ahead and go live. And I don't think we need an intro this time, but welcome. Cool.
Are you live?
Yeah, we're live.
All right, I'm gonna go live here. You guys can see yourselves on this. Hopefully it doesn't cut off.
Oh, wait. Oh, good. There we go.
Do you have any viewers yet?
No, it doesn't matter. They'll come.
All right, so we're recording. All right, I don't have an intro. I've never gone live before, but here's a microphone. It'll catch between your two for mine.
Oh, so, that's awesome. I actually was looking at these. Sorry, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Better Biatches. If you do show up, today we are collaborating with
steroids and bubble tea, all one word on every single platform: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram.
And Emma Rosie with the username the Emma Rosie on every platform as well.
And we're back in LA, or I'm back in LA, and I think this was your idea. This is your idea. I kind of hijacked it, and we're now collaborating, which is really exciting. And we're just going to have a discussion with not psychotic people that might be able to have a discussion that won't kill each other or something. Fuck, I said kill. And I said fuck.
We're psychotic. We just won't. We just actually admit it, unlike all the other people.
Well, no, we work on it. That's the thing. It's not a problem if you work on it. Anyways, sorry. You take the lead.
All right, so let's start with introductions. We'll go with Emma first. Tell us your name, age, what you do, and let's go lame ass college icebreaker style. A fun fact about yourself.
Okay, my name is Emma Rosie. I'm 19 years old. I moved to LA last summer, so I've almost been here for a year. I work in the adult film industry, and I've been loving it. A fun fact about me is I'm an only child. So yeah, that's fun.
All right, I go online by the name @steroids and bubble tea. I'm anywhere between 15 and 30 years old is what I've been told when I ask people to guess. What I do is, now I do this. I used to do something different in social media, which I worked with like companies and whatnot, but I'm not allowed to say. And fun fact about me is I'm not an only child.
Got me there.
All right.
Self, let me back into the Discord, you asshole. A fun fact about me is that I'm not retarded, and I have 2 businesses, and I just shut down my Airbnb, and I'm moving to Miami. Those are a lot of facts. I have a lot of shit happening.
The most established. Oh, age too. Did
oh, 32.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's get into topics. So Emma, you are in adult film industry. How did that come to be?
For me, it was always like kind of just like I always knew I would do porn. It was like a given.
From what, like 6 years old?
Yeah, from
okay.
6 years old. And I've been hearing more and more since I moved to LA, and I've been meeting people of like mind that it's normal, that this is normal. But I discovered porn at like 5 or 6, and I hear it's more and more normal like when I meet people
like
in my age range. Yeah,
okay.
I discovered it. I remember I Googled naked bodies, and then it led me to X videos. And to me, at that age, I literally thought it was like a whole genre of like movies that I hadn't seen. Like I was like, oh, this is R movies, when in reality it was like X movies. And so I just thought it was like not bad. I didn't know it was to come at the end of all of it. I didn't realize anything, and I was just like, I want to do that. Like I became obsessed with like naked bodies, and I guess just eroticness, just erotica. I was obsessed with it. So when I finally turned 18 in January of 2022, I was still in high school, but I really wanted to do it. And I looked for agencies and found one in LA. And yeah, for me, it's just about the art. I really love erotic art. And I've had a great time so far. I'm very thankful for it. But yeah, I've always been super like sexually out there. And I feel like it's a very good place to funnel all that energy for sure.
All right. So do you remember like the first video that you watched when you were 6 years old?
Yeah.
I guess describe it in like as YouTube able detail as you can.
So I remember the first video that I saw, because it wasn't like a classic porno. It was like in a club. And I guess it was probably a sex party or a sex club or something, hindsight. And it was like these two girls and they were dancing on the sky. And it was the guy's POV. It was the camera. So I saw like two asses twerking on his cock. And when he whipped out his cock, I was like, I had never seen a dick before. So I was like seriously like amazed. I was like, oh my God, like what is that, a hand? I was like, what the hell? But then I was like, oh wait, I was like, it makes sense. Like it all was making sense to me. And then after that, I just got into like a like I just snowballed into a bunch of videos that like same night, and I saw like a bunch of different stuff. But the first video was like in a club, and he just whipped out his dick and they started sucking it.
Okay, interesting. So I guess to move on to a different topic, what is your current relationship status while doing porn?
My current relationship status. So when I moved here, I was still in an open relationship, but now I'm technically single. So I'm single.
Okay, so anyone who hears that,
Yeah.
Instagram is in the bio. You can DM her. Will you respond though?
I'll definitely try. That's one thing about me. I never it gets overwhelming, like logistically it's hard to respond to everyone, but I really want to try and be like authentic and be there, like actually connect with everyone, all my supporters. Like I hate the word fans. I think like I personally just don't like it, so I just always say supporters, and connecting with my supporters is super fun.
Any thoughts on that?
Hi, that's a lot to take in. Wow, I'm sorry. That's a lot to take in. That's like a lot.
I know people are like, I'm a big introvert, so people don't expect this.
Oh my God. Wow. I don't, but like, I don't want to say anything to hurt your feelings though, because you're very sweet. Yeah. And like, you're not the typical.
Yeah, no.
That's the issue. Not. That's the issue I'm having, is you're not the typical.
People are very egotistical and entitled.
The typical of no. What you're saying, your lifestyle, the choices that you've made. Typically, the kind of woman that does that is also just like a man eater and like super like energy wise, like straight off of the bat. I was late as hell, and you've been nothing but kind to me, and like.
She was late.
I was.
No, it's okay.
But it's, you know what I mean? Like, you are a very kind person, and your personality and what you are does not match the choices typically. And that's why it's like, I don't want to, if you were someone else, I'd be roughing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But feel free to, because that's my thing. Like, I got into this industry because it's very questionable, and it has lots of very toxic things. So I feel like if I can get to a place of that status and that influence, I can change the name for the industry. Like, not as a whole, but like kind of like be like, look, girls that do have it all together do go into porn. Like, I am a licensed esthetician in New York. I did trade school, but I chose this path because like it's about the art for me. Like, but I agree, there's a lot of different situations that are not good.
Yeah. Sorry. It's typically when this happens, it's because some sort of thing crossed the wires, and like it's different, if that makes sense. So like I'm Mexican, right? And like people joke about it sometimes because they're like, they say that I have like a suppressed sexual energy thing, right? That's because my mom beat the living crap out of me. It's like kind of goes hand in hand. It's there's studies that show like why things are the way they are. And that's why it's like, but you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
And so it's not, and this is what I try, because I have girlfriends that are like exactly like you. And they're in my life because of who they are, not what they do.
Yeah.
And they're an anomaly. This is really interesting, because when he told me about you, I was like, oh shit, oh fuck.
Yeah, I know. I get the stigma like, oh, another OnlyFans girl, another porn girl trying to be another Chloe Cherry. Like,
yeah, but people don't know that this actually happens. It's an anomaly, but it does actually happen. And like, I mean, even me, they think that I'm cool as fuck out here. And like, you know what I mean? And they think that I get free shit and stuff. And it's like, I worked for everything. So it's another anomaly. That's why I understand these things. But it's your type actually thoroughly enjoys it. Whereas a typical, like if I tried to do what you did, I would feel grossed out with myself. And that's for me, the way that my wires are crossed.
Yeah, definitely.
I choose that instead of I don't want to condemn, because it's like,
yeah, no, completely.
You know what I mean? So like, fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, so I have a question. So what got you into actually doing it instead of like just consuming it?
That's my thing. Like, I feel like it's not like if people like from just like inside my mind, like I'm like, I want to be a performer. Like, I just don't want to do porn. I want to be on stages singing to people. I want to be on big screens. So like, if I'm consuming all this art that I really love, you can do all
three: on stage, big screen, singing, and doing porn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can incorporate it all into one. So I mean, it was like just a given, like that. When I turned 18, I would put myself out there and do what I love.
Okay, so walk us through that first video, that first shoot that you did. Like, how did you find it, and then?
So I found it. I found an agency. Hindsight, I probably could have held off on that because they take commissions, so I was a little bit naive in that area. But it also did keep me safe because I wasn't this girl that was like didn't know what companies were reputable and safe to work with. So it had its pros and cons. And I looked at agency options. I found one. We actually talked. Like, we talked in March of 2022. But I was just like going through high school, you know, I did trade school half day my last 2 years of high school. So I was focused on that, and I was focused on my life at home and just enjoying my senior year. So I didn't sign with them until actually probably about a year ago, probably almost, because it was in late May that I signed with them. And my agent, who's still my agent today, asked me, he said, can you do a boy-girl shoot and then a boy-girl...
I'm gonna bleep it out later. Do whatever. I'm not monetized. Forget it, man.
So they were like, "Can you do your first two shoots, a boy girl and then a boy girl anal?" And they would fly me out to Phoenix, but I was still in high school. I had to wait till I graduated. I graduated on June 26th.
Bitch, you were still in high school when you did this? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like a whole story.
What the fuck?
Wait, so had you done anal before?
I hadn't. I lost.
Oh my god!
On camera.
I lost my anal virginity on camera.
No!
Wait, so tell.
But I was super into butt stuff. Like, I always had butt plugs in me. I always had like.
But it was your first time.
Tell chat where they can find that video.
You can find that video on backroomcouchcasting.com.
But it was your first time.
Backroom couch casting or backroom casting couch?
Oh, one of them. I don't know.
There may be two. Who knows?
I can Google.
Not that I watch any porn ever, but.
But yeah. So while I Google it.
Also, I just shared it on Instagram so you guys can repost it.
Amazing. Oh, perfect. I'll do that right now.
Oh, I've never shared it on my Instagram, people. So interesting. Fuck, that was your first time.
Yeah. Oh my god. That memory was almost a year ago, and it was like.
But it was your first time. Do you have any regrets with that?
No, I'm still like.
I'm such a sentimental bitch. I'm like, no. Happy.
So you'll hear the rest of the story. So what happened was, I was like down for it. I was like, you know what? Like, I'll do it. I already like am very comfortable anally, but so it's funny how I had to do it because I was still in high school. So I still was like going to school 5 days a week and
Shut
have the
the
weekend.
fuck up and getting railed on the weekends.
Yeah.
What?
So for this weekend, I had to fly out to Phoenix to do the 2 shoots. So I was like, how am I gonna like tell my mom like where I'm going? Because I was flying out Friday and then shooting Saturday, Sunday, and flying back like Monday morning. So I would have landed in New York Monday morning, which I did.
I feel like we're on a casting couch right now. We're on a couch right now. Fuck.
Literally. But so I lied to her, and I'm from Long Island, so I told her I was going out to the Hamptons for the weekend, and she bought it. But it honestly, I'll get to the end.
I mean,
of
if
the
your
story.
high school daughter is saying she's going to the Hamptons for the weekend, it's gonna be the same thing. As
Oh my
the
God.
Yeah. You're gonna get anally fucked somehow.
Oh my God.
But
Well, at least you know the porn people are clean.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. But
Shut the fuck up, man. What the fuck are you talking about?
so I landed in Phoenix. I had my first shoot was actually not the anal one. We did the regular one first, and it was with a really nice guy. There were like at least like there were 2 women on set and like 3 like assistants and like the director, so like probably like 6 people total, and everyone was super nice. I mean, I wasn't nervous. I was like more eager. Like I wanted to get it done. Like I wanted to do it and just like get fucked. And
Jesus.
so I did it, and it was great. And luckily, my scene partner for that first day was going to be the same one for the anal the next day. So he gave me some pointers, some tips, and the next day I did it.
Is he well known?
Not well known,
Okay.
but he has a girlfriend that's well known, and it's funny because now me and him are good friends, and like him and his girlfriend are like close friends of mine, and I just went and saw them in Phoenix. They're like the cutest couple. So hindsight, it's like cool that we stayed connected and stayed friends.
Okay.
So
But yeah.
you actually came from a shoot earlier, like right before this,
Mm-hmm.
and that porn related too?
It was, yeah. It was for a bunch of OnlyFans and Twitter clips. Not a full video. We just did like. That's why my makeup's kind of messed up on my nose because I was giving head. It's like
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Remind me not to share drinks with you right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But anyway,
Oh fuck.
the story has a funny ending because the shoots went well. It was great. It made me so excited to move to LA that summer because I hadn't graduated high school when I was doing these shoots. And so the flight got delayed back to New York. And I had school on Monday. It was Sunday evening. I had
Fuck, you're still in
on
school?
Monday. Yeah, I had literally
Still in high school.
So I had to like get home for school. School started at 8 a.m. and my flight got delayed. It was originally supposed to land. It would have been perfect. It was gonna land at 6 a.m. and so I could have had like 2 hours to get to school, which would have been perfect. But it got delayed, and it landed at like 7:55. So not hindsight. Like I had to tell my mom like a lie that like my friend was driving me like straight from Montauk, and she was like, "No, stop home." And I almost got caught that I was in Phoenix, and I just like kind of covered it up. And for my teachers, I said I was coming from a family wedding because I had my luggage with me.
And your teacher's like, I was watching some videos this morning. No, you weren't.
And yeah, the story, it's a very fun story. It was a good time, a good first shoot.
Okay. Do you approve? Do you approve of that?
My mom knows now.
It's her life. It's not if I approve or not. Like my mom would have beat the shit out of me.
She almost did at first when she found out all this.
Yeah. What do you want me to say, man? You want me to be like the KKK and like pork up a stick or something? Like it's.
I mean, you don't have to be the KKK to be against porn.
I don't care about porn. I care about what people do to themselves. Like that's like.
You don't think porn maybe is like degenerating society?
Of course, it's programming. Why do you think there's so many people that are like, I'm so confused with my sexuality? Like whichever way you look at it, we know programming is a thing. And then if you're watching porn, even if you're looking at the opposite sex, it's still subconscious. And there's something significantly powerful about the subconscious. So it's not a condemning, you're not asking me to condemn porn, you're asking me to condemn what she's doing. And that's the part where I'm like, it's, if anything, I'd give constructive criticism on how you're doing it if that's the choice you're going to make, because it's like you're stunning, first of all.
Thank you.
Like,
You
like it's like retarded how stunning you are. And like it's what can, like, I ask you what you get paid?
Yeah, like for what? Because it's different. Like a boy girl is different than boy girl, you know.
Okay, so like what's the highest?
The highest? Well, that would be talking like contracting with Brazzers or Vixen or so on and so forth.
So you can't give me a number.
Well, I'm not a contractor. I've only been in the industry for 10 months. So that's like, there's a big difference. Like seniority plays a big part in what you get paid.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you about the porn industry.
Your first weekend, your first 2 scenes.
I made $5,000.
Okay, and did it cover your flights or no?
Yeah, no, I don't pay for any of my travel ever.
Okay.
So you got paid $5,000 for the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just do OnlyFans by yourself then?
I don't know. I just don't want to. Like, it's fun for me to go to a set, meet people, read a script, get into like the fun of it.
Do you like when there's more people watching?
Yeah, I like.
Okay.
I don't know. I like the showbiz of it, which is like, I don't know. It's fun. It's like stupid for me, but it's like I like it, and it's not about money for me.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm very different. Like logistically, I make sure I have enough to live and support myself, but money is like not my reason for doing things, if you know what I mean.
I don't. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I don't know. It's just like I could care less about having money.
Okay, so but here's the thing. It's like, because if it was just about the sex, then you'd just be fucking all the time. You know what I mean?
It's about the art for me. That's why I do porn, because I really admire erotic art, and so I have to start somewhere. So
right, but then erotic art isn't porn. Erotic art is like a lot more sensual, and it pays a shit ton more.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to get into. I can't just like get into it.
No, you do. So I don't know who told you that, but porn is like, it's like if I wanted to be a ballet dancer and I started stripping.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you'd be going towards like portraits and stuff like that, and you'd get into nudity. So I'm trying to understand how the correlation is, because you're saying that it's not about the money and then you enjoy what you're doing, but you want to make it art, but it's not really art, because your art is something that you create and you express. You're getting railed. But I could understand the sensual part of that. I'm trying to understand, and then the money that you're making doesn't suffice, because I work with girls doing. When I first started my first marketing business, I was working with girls doing OnlyFans, recreating the site so they wouldn't pay OnlyFans 20%.
Mm-hmm.
I did escorting sites. I've worked with them, and it's the money that they make is retarded compared to porn. So that's why I'm like, why are you? If this is the path that you have chosen, why are you settling for so little? I'm not talking about escorting. I'm just saying doing the OnlyFans route on your own.
I don't know. Like, you're asking why I don't just do OnlyFans?
Yeah, because then you'd have the actual creative expression to make it an art. Then you'd also be reaping all of the benefits and the money coming in. And you would also be able to pick who it is that you're creating art with.
Yeah.
Which that's why I'm challenging these things, because if you're saying you're doing it for all the reasons that you say you are, and I'm giving you a better idea for it, it's concerning of why you wouldn't pick that better idea. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So for me, like when I say I do it for the art, like hindsight, I got into the industry because I want to be like, not because I'm young, I'm 19, my dreams are going to fluctuate. I really wanted to like own my own production company with the inspiration of Vixen, Kaden Cross, I believe her name is. She was a big inspiration to me my senior year. So that's what I'm looped in now. That's the studios I'm looped into now. So I got into the mainstream so I could have these connections to the people who are running things behind closed doors, which I have.
She owns Vixen?
Kaden Cross?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I believe she owns her. She's someone head. I don't know if she owns, but she's like a head producer, director. She like, I remember seeing she won. She was the first female to win something in the production area, which I thought was super badass. So the reason I keep on working with like the mainstream companies is because, one, I really enjoy the people I've met. Like, I've met seriously amazing people from it. The pay, you're right, it's not like amazing, but I just really love the experience of going to set and working with everyone. And then with the art stuff, I'm just kind of taking my time, like figuring out the kind of craft I want to put out, like with my own, like with my name on it, which is why I think it's like fine that I do both, because I'm just figuring it out right now.
Yeah, but the problem with just figuring it out is that you make permanent decisions that'll affect you later on.
Yeah, like going on that point, I was wondering, like, what are your goals for like dating relationships in the future?
I don't know. I mean,
like, do you think like you want to have kids with someone?
I don't know. Yeah, right now I don't know if I want to have kids, and I don't know if I want to get married. Okay. And with the permanent decisions, that's one thing I've always known. When I decided to do porn, I know it would kind of take away a lot of opportunities for me, but I was very much okay with that because I don't know. I'd rather do porn and have people judge me and like not stigmatize me.
Yeah, you got thick skin.
Yeah.
Is this your natural eye color? You're not wearing contacts?
My what?
Are you wearing color contacts right now?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Her eyes are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like stunning. I said it's fucking retarded.
You too. You have amazing bone structure. And your lips too. I've been looking at it.
Oh shit.
They have great lips. You have great lips.
Maybe she can get you into the industry.
Stop it. Stop it. The two of you are on a fucking timeout. No, I still don't get it. It's because there's every rebuttal that I've given you, there's still no solid answer as to why you wouldn't take it to better, like make it better for yourself. You know what I mean? Because again, you say you love working with the people. I'm telling you, these bitches literally set up the whole team, the lighting crew, the camera guys, the everything, and they're still eating bread. It's like their own little mini productions, but it's safe for them. They're in control of everything. And it's like I'm talking like $30K a month. Like, it's retarded.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I make good money on my OnlyFans too. Not 30, but double digits.
But you have the capacity to do that. That's why I'm wondering why it still does not compute in my brain why you would choose that route instead of that route.
But I feel like I have chosen that other route because I invest, like this month I only have like a handful of mainstream shoots. I told my agent this month I'm focusing because I was telling him I was under OnlyFans management that was helping me manage it. Now I'm doing it on my own. So I took this May to kind of just like focus on that. And I've been like not writing like very detailed scenes, but like I've been putting out my own work. So I feel like I do have both paths.
Okay.
And it's just gonna keep getting escalated, you know.
I can give you a referral for a marketing company, and they can boost your OnlyFans.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't compute to me why, like, because it's like it's not like the acting industry. It's not like the singing. It's like what the singing industry used to be, the music industry. They used to literally charge the singers for everything, like the concerts being put on, paying everybody.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so that changed only in like the 2000s. I can't remember. Someone will correct it, but and that's what the porn industry still is. You guys are still paying for yourselves essentially. You guys eat the fucking last bit, and especially the amount that it puts on you guys and everything and the risk involved. Like, dude.
That's the one thing that I do not like, the risk.
Oh,
yeah. Because I've valued my health so much more ever since the industry, and like I'm more like just picky with my boundaries. Like, I'm gonna set boundaries for my health because that's what matters. Like, when
bitch, I'm looking at your nose and I'm like, I'm gonna set boundaries, but I was just sucking dick earlier. Fuck you. I love you, but Jesus. Oh, I appreciate that you know that I'm not like, it like hurts me to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Because you're nice, you're kind. Fucking boundaries. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Okay, cool. What's it say?
Shit, she's coming.
I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's just, what about how you're like 19
Mm-hmm.
and you've been in the industry for 10 months.
It'll be, so my first shoot was June 10th, but then I moved to LA in July, and I got to LA July 18th, and I started consistently shooting since August. So, I mean, it's almost been a year since I entered, and then been a year like consistently working. It'll be in August. So yeah, it's almost been a year.
Damn.
The chat says, "Can we show dude in the middle some love? He has porn hair from the 80s."
Yeah, you do. You fucking do.
do,
It's like
okay.
Ron Jeremy.
Okay. WT Funk is this? Thank you. I take that as a compliment. I love that. Was it
Hi,
Juneteenth?
Oh yeah, let's do a shout out to the chat because I haven't been around for a long time and I miss everyone. Woody Johnson, good to see you. THPP Network, thank you very much. Uncle Guns, you're still the GOAT. Let's see. And What the Funk, nice to see you. QB! QB is a passport, bro, in case you did passport flexing. Nice to see everybody. Yeah, we have a conversation here with steroids and bubbles and
I'm a Rosie.
the porn star.
Wait, so you're an up and coming. Like, we're gonna see more content.
Yes.
Oh fuck! Now if I like masturbate, I'm gonna see your fucking porn. Shit.
We were just talking about that too.
God damn it.
I only masturbate to girl, so I love my girl videos.
You know what? That's what I started on too. So
Honestly,
one
girl
thing in
is
common.
elite. Like, we need to make better porn. That's boy girl. That's
Make porn great again.
yeah.
That's gonna be your new campaign.
Yeah.
Bro.
Your production company can be Mappa. Mappa
Oh my God,
Productions. Make
that's
porn.
smart.
Wait, no. Make porn great again.
Fuck you
it's
guys. No.
MPAA.
No.
Wait, that's the same as the movie production. That's amazing. MPAA porn. That would be. There we go. I get 10% off all revenue
I have to
for
ask.
creating that name.
Do you have a father?
Yeah.
You do.
Mhm.
What the?
I was just up north with him this weekend.
Okay, so how does he feel about this?
Luckily, my father is like this hippie musician.
What the
He's
fuck?
Super nice and chill. He just wants me to be safe. Same thing with my mom. And I understand that. No parent wants to see their kid do porn, but we got through the bumps and the awkwardness of it. And it's still because both of my parents wanted me to continue in the beauty business to be an esthetician. So I get why they're disappointed, but we're at a very good point with both of them. But yeah, no daddy issues.
Interesting. So are you currently like dating or anything like that, using dating apps?
No. I am not on any dating apps. And
But you are dating.
yeah, I'm dating. I'm not being like, I'm not.
Like, you get your fill like from your day job, but like on.
Yeah, no, I get that fill from my day job, but I definitely do like want a relationship at some point. But that's the thing. I'm just like happy right now. So
We have a couple of questions.
yeah.
All right, let's go for it.
First of all, I need to say hello, Zone. I missed you too. So What the Funk asked, who would your dream porn star partner be to blow up? To blow, probably.
Me?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know any, but like, so my thing to watch is girl porn. So
It can be a girl.
a girl.
They'll love
it. I know her first name. I forget her last name. Her first name's Indica.
Like weed?
Yeah, her first Indica Flower. Look how she's like this hippie. Her name's Indica Flower.
Okay.
So cute. And she has
Oh,
the
I've
best
never seen her
girl
before.
content.
Wow.
She has really good girl content. You here, buddy. Yeah, she's my crush. I love her. Also, cottage core doll.
Wow.
The
That sounds
cottage
hot.
core doll. She's freaking sexy.
We have another question.
She pulls off the tattoos. I usually don't like tats.
She's like everything.
You guys can look it up. The other question.
You're gonna get them off the stream. They're gonna get like. They'll be back in 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes.
It's just heart attack. And then another question is, what would be her funniest idea of a cosplay for a porn shoot?
Oh,
Fucking A.
funniest.
Oh my god, I love you guys. I missed everyone.
Funniest.
I'll nominate Bowser from Mario. He dressed as Bowser and the dude dressed as Princess Peach.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've seen people do. I'm trying to think of something I haven't seen. I'd really like to do like a princess one, but I feel bad.
I would say Meghan Markle, but she probably already has a porn of her.
Oh my god, yeah. I was talking like Disney princess, but I don't know. My first thought was The Office, because I love The Office, but
The Office XXX, a porn parody.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Don't do that to The Office.
John Krasinski would kill me.
Oh my god. Ew. That's a fun fact, actually. I accidentally picture people naked.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I intentionally do that.
I know. It's not intentional.
Accidentally. That's so cool. Well, not cool. I'm sure you don't
It's
like
fucked
it.
up, though, because then, like, you put you in The Office, and then it's, like, in my head, the porn happened.
Oh
and I
my
was like,
God.
oh, fuck.
That's John Krasinski.
Is that?
That's the guy who plays Jim. Or no, Michael Scott is, what's his name?
Steve
Is it
Carell.
Jim?
Steve Carell.
Wait, Jim's the one with the part?
That's Dwight.
It was with Dwight.
Dwight! Oh no, you did Dwight! The little farmer boy.
This is what happens in my head. And now I'm like, oh
Dwight porn. Oh, no.
no. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
All right, so The Office XXX porn parody coming to a small screen or as big a screen as you want near you. I want to transition to the shit show that is modern dating. So I guess like in a word, yes or no, are you currently happy with the dating world today?
Yeah.
You're happy with it? Okay,
Yeah.
I would say definitely no. But what about you?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I feel like I shouldn't say this because I haven't tried dating.
Okay, so no like relationships in high school or
In
anything?
high school, yeah.
Okay.
And I loved it.
You loved it.
Mhm. I mean, I still live with the guy.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Right now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And we're like, I told you, he's like my family. And, you know, he has his girl. And I don't know, we were in an open relationship for a while. We both agreed that we might find other people. And we just kind of got to a point where we realized we were just not as romantic as we used to be, or just really not romantic at all. But we're both very much, like, he's a little older than me. And
How old?
22.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're both just very, I don't know. We're very close, but we're just like we don't want to date each other anymore, which we haven't been. And he has someone, I don't, which is fine. And yeah, we had a great relationship. We had fun in high school.
Wait, so if you're like out at like a restaurant or something, like a normal person, that stranger comes up to you and like asks what you do, like it comes up in conversation, what do you say?
That's the thing. Sometimes I lie, sometimes I don't. It
What's
depends
your
on how
lie?
I feel. I say I'm an esthetician because I know everything about it anyway. So.
Okay, I guess it's close. Instead of like giving facials, you receive them. So
Yeah, I know, it's so funny. Went from giving to getting.
Jesus, as my mother would say, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. That's intense. Okay.
But I want to transition to you.
Oh yeah, dating.
So,
Sorry.
well, no, it's something I definitely want to bring up is you and the black pill. I want to ask, since I have my own definition, and then like
I didn't
you don't know
what
what
that
it
was
is
at all.
So,
oh my God, you'll love it.
Let's educate us what you think the black pill is, like what your version of it is, because there's like what you know from the black pill is like way different, more nuanced than what I know about it.
What do you know?
For like the only black pill I know is like from YouTube and like TikTok and stuff, where it's like basically like genetics are everything. Like everything comes down to like looks, height, race, and you can't really do much to change that. To some extent, I agree, but to like a larger extent, I don't. I want to know what you think.
So that is a part of it. Oh, sorry. So that is a part of it. There's one guy that like came up with a mathematical equation that he would like guys would use to like consider if they were attractive or not, and they would
Weight waffles, right?
Yeah, some I don't give shout outs. And it just doesn't. I had a girl panel, and you'll understand this. I had a full girl panel of like 5 different girls, and we went through Tinder, and the looks are subjective. There's been studies that show that looks are subjective. So while most women are like, yeah, I want a 6-foot guy, blah, 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 what do they end up with? Right. And that's what the women were showing on that as well, is like we'd have one guy and all 5 women, one would be 3, 6, 7, 9. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but it is subjective. So I don't agree with that. That's more like a cop out. The reality of what it's supposed to be is like the ultimate truth, the like nihilistic good or bad. There is no good or bad. It's just, it is what it is. And
so
then,
what is the ultimate truth?
And then the other portion of that, which gets missed a lot, is act accordingly. That's all it is. And that's, for me, it helped me even as a female, where it was like, I talk about it all the time. I had some black pillars that like woke me up to it, but it was like for the simple thing of like being born a female, right? I swear to God, it was like one day I woke up and I was like, I did get the golden ticket and I had no idea. So it's that waking up moment of like, oh, wow, this is the actual reality of the situation, not what I thought, which was that being born a female, I thought was like because in work, I thought it was a thing that worked against me until I woke up to the fact that I have a golden ticket and now business is booming, right? It's how do I act accordingly, knowing the truth? That's all it's supposed to be. The whole thing with the reality of it is what gets missed a lot is that these guys are hyper focusing on like being above 5'5" or a certain income or something that they forget the part of an act accordingly. So the same study that shows that women are choosing 80% of women are choosing 20% of men. Yeah. It's the same goes for the men. The type of women that the men are choosing are also in that same exact range, while there's still other women that don't partake to that range. The only truth that I found through researching and everything is that women were still batshit crazy. We fall for stupid shit. We're very emotional, and we are very coddled. Other than that, the rest of it's fucking garbage.
Okay. I will say that it's not like the black pill has certain truths to it, and definitely more than the red pill,
bro.
Like the red pill has devolved into like fucking people who have nothing else to say, and their channels have dried up to talking about like studies. Like dude Chris Williamson, that's all he talks about now. Before he used to interview like interesting people, now he's like, did you know 80% of the women are choosing 20% of the men? Just like reading studies on the internet.
But you know, that's only half of the study. Like they only say half of the, like marriage is at an all-time low. Marriage went down 7 points. Cohabitation went up 8 points.
Not base, degenerate. That's my response to it. That's not base, that's degenerate.
What do you mean?
Like I'm in
that's a
support
study.
of like traditional. Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but the
but it's-
reality of that is not.
That doesn't matter. The reality, I
Yeah.
understand your opinion, but the reality of the situation is what's happened is that men have said, this is hurting me and I don't like this. And the women are like, okay, I'll stay here, but just stay with me. So that means that the women are actually listening to the men. That means that it's not this terrible fucking thing that everyone's making it out to be.
But I would say that because of like how modern society is now and the dating scene is now, the men that you're talking about is only like a sub % of the actual male population, where most still like don't get their choice. And then like most 80% of the men don't really get what they want, and then 20% are super
that's
spoiled.
fucking life. It's called perception, and that's why I said act accordingly. If you know you're 5'5", let's say if you know you're 5'2" as a man, right?
Yeah.
Either you have two choices. Either one, you cannot let it bother you and get a tall bitch, she'll fucking have fun with you. Or number two, you date within your pool and you try and find a girl that's 4'9". That's acting accordingly. The problem is these fools want to be like, nah, you hide us, you a hide us, like you a sexist and you a racist. Like, you know what I mean? And that's the cop-out. That's equivalent to the women that are saying, no, I won't settle for a man unless he's taking me to a 5-course Michelin restaurant. He better buy me a Birkin before we go on the date. Bitch, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's what I would agree with you on, is like, know your like genetic limits and act accordingly.
But even then, looks are still subjective. So there might be an ego
but
in the corner.
But they're not. Like, so like how if looks were subjective, I wouldn't be able to predict things. You know, I wouldn't be able to predict what type of girl would go with what type of guy. So how I utilize the black pill, which people should not steal if they're of my ethnicity, but I'll like, my Hinge profile will like kind of like fish for girls that are like pre-selecting Asians, right? So I'll put like sushi in my bio, and I'll put like, oh, like let's go get boba, like what's your favorite anime? And then I'll have a way easier time because the girls that are super into Asians will just,
but now you're talking about just like picking up chicks. I'm talking about dating. I'm talking about relationship. I'm talking about finding a girl that's going to be ride or die for you. That's a different animal.
I'm still working on
but
that.
That's the issue. That's what the issue is that everyone's just so focused on getting laid, you forget what happens after you get laid. Because there will come a time in every man's life where he's like fucking a bitch and it's not the same anymore. That's when they grow up. It's the same thing with women. It's like, bro, look at, if I like, I'll show you my archive pictures. Like, I hoochie mama'd it up in my 20s. Like, I had fun dancing. I didn't sleep around, but I definitely dressed provocative. I liked the attention, but you grow up. That's the thing. The other thing that everyone's being so fucking judgmental on these fucking kids. And it's like, did you forget what you did when you were their age? Like, did you forget that you went out partying? I see married couples talking about, oh, everyone's blah, 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 blah. You are lucky that you found your person when you were in your 20s and you guys are still married, because statistically, the chances of you staying married is lower when you get married, but 25 and younger.
Wait, but the red pill tells me to find a girl.
I know. You know why?
When I'm 35 and I'm a high value man. I read a book on Amazon that said
women should not choose who they marry statistically by the development of their brain and everything. Women shouldn't until they're 25 and older. Men shouldn't until they're 30 or older, just based off of biology and how the brain function works and maturity and all that shit.
That's what my mom always told me.
That's what my mom told me
She
too.
actually told me 35. She told me don't get married until 30.
She told you not to get married
Yeah,
until
literally
35.
my 40s.
Oh wait, but you're right.
Yeah, my mom. Well, my mom's not white.
What is she?
Puerto Rican.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak Spanish?
No.
Ay, culera.
So my mom was adopted. So she was adopted, and I came from an Italian family. So I was raised Italian, but my mom's Puerto Rican. So
you're spicy.
Yeah.
Okay,
so I got her attitude.
Oh, me too. Hi. Oh fuck. But yeah. Sorry. Where were we? Fucking tangent. It just.
We're talking about age. Like what age? Guys?
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I have no intention of like. I mean, I'm not I'm not hoeing around. I mean, my job is to hoe around, but in my personal life, I don't, and I have no intention.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. On this same subject, that's my concern for you, because you are only 19 and you are making these really permanent decisions before you're 25.
Yeah.
That's where because people talk about I can't hide my expressions. If you see me that I look like disgusted or any of these fucking weird things, it's not that I'm disgusted with you. I'm concerned that when you hit that age, you're gonna have really severe regrets, and that's my I don't want you to go through that pain.
That's exactly what my mom tells me too. She's like, because my mom was like not as crazy as me, but she did her time in her 20s. She lived in Manhattan, blah blah blah. And she's just scared that one day I'm just going to wake up and be mortified with what I've done, which I don't know. Like, I don't think, but I guess I'm young, so I don't want to say this, but I don't think I'm going to regret it, but you never know. I might.
That's the issue. That's the only issue that I talk about. And like, it's crazy because I'm like what feminism was supposed to be, which is a woman's right to choose whatever she wants for her life. Not condemning choices. And it's like the traditional household has been severely fucking condemned right now. So that's the one I'm fighting for the most. But it's weird because like
but how can you be for like a traditional household, but you're more for people getting married later?
Yeah, because that is what a traditional household is. I'm Mexican, bro. Both my parents were immigrants. And
they probably married early, right?
Yeah, but I was raised to not get married until I hit 30 because my mother always said, you always have to make sure you live your life. Get that shit out of the way because when you get married and when you have children, that's it. And then she would, every time we'd go out, we went to Palm Springs and she did it. We were laughing because these women, they're like in their 35, 38, 45, and they've had children. I'm not talking about the ones that are still single and stuff. I'm talking about the mothers that go out. They were bored because they didn't get it out of their fucking system, and they're not good mothers, and they're not paying attention to what their kids are doing, and they're not focused on how their children are being raised. You know, statistically,
wouldn't the problem
statistically, parents on average spend 38 minutes a day with their children. Statistically, that just came out like 2 weeks ago. Like you can't. That's the issue.
That's why kids are getting like those fade TikTok haircuts and
fuck that shit. That's why we're in the quilombo that we're in. All of it, like I've done the study. It doesn't have to do with what women did or what men did. It has to do with the government's implications and the shit that they put out, and people signed up for it. And we had an overpopulation. The 1950s and 60s, it was like you have to have children or you're like nothing. And so we had an overpopulation.
But shouldn't you encourage childbearing? Like that's how you keep a society going.
So we had an overpopulation and now we have an overcorrection. But at the same time, because of the overpopulation, the quality of life has substantially diminished. The food, the drinks, the everything. Go to any metropolitan area, what's happening? Even in America, they're moving to Italy and other countries because it's cheaper rent. And then those people are moving to even like third world countries because it's even more cheap for them. So it's, you know what I mean? It's like a fucking rabbit hole. The only thing, that's why you ask me what the dating period is. I'm like, either there's like a fucked up sector, there's a sector people of getting like figuring it out and have no knowledge. There's a people that have it all together. There's people that are wealthy. There's people that are healthy. Like you just gotta find the people.
But when you want like a higher percentage of the population to like have their shit together and be in like more traditional.
Of course. However, every time, and I've tried it and I've watched people try it, when you try to wake people up, they don't want to wake up. Because if they wake up and they believe that they could do more, that means that their entire life they fucked it up. And who wants to face that? And I'm saying this because I put out studies, I've done recordings, I've fucking blasted it out. And every time on both sides I get hit but I'm telling the truth. I'm not on the guy's side, I'm not on the girl's side. I just want to be an example of like, there's still reality for some of us. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, it's not going to hurt me. What does it do for me to fight you? I'm just concerned for you. If anything, when people find people that are having different lifestyles, maybe you should ask questions instead of just like badgering, because you don't know what the fuck people have gone through. The only girls that are in my life that do that, I know their story and I know exactly what they've gone through, and I'm extremely protective of them for that reason. And I can't stop them from choosing the fucking life. Yeah.
But so I would be in favor of a society that has like incentive structures where people don't pick like a degenerate lifestyle, because
of course that's a utopia.
Yeah, so it would make my life better if like, you know, kids, if 16-year-old kids were like working at McDonald's or the ice cream shop and putting like pride into their work, and then, you know, I get a better product at the end of the day and I don't have to suffer through like their TikTok videos. Or
don't talk shit about the 16-year-olds. They're fucking killing it more than adults, and they have more awareness.
People in their 20s and early 30s now are completely fucked. They're like,
those are my people. My people fucked it up too. They're like, oh, let's talk about everything and make it all sensitive. Now we're like, we can't say anything. I can't fuck on here.
Nowadays, there's like a big rift. There's like the D-gens on one side, and there's like super base teenagers that like grew up like, you know, when Trump was getting elected in 16, and they're like converting to religion. So yeah, they're doing okay. I would like to see them do better though.
They're fucking 16, bro.
Yeah, but you should have high standards for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're 20, 16, 35.
Yeah, but look at what the fuck we live in right now. Like we're doing a fucking podcast, going live and doing it on TikTok. She's doing porn. You're now doing this for a living. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like the world is not this beautiful thing that we should put that kind of expectation on.
Yeah, so we should make it better.
We should, we should, so that they can do even better with that. It's our responsibility. Everyone wants to put it on them and them and them. No, it's ours. For example, you and I started having the conversation. Just the fact that we're chill with each other and not being assholes with each other like everybody else that's doing it for clout. I thought we were gonna I was like, bitch, this bitch is gonna fucking like leave and like.
No, yeah, I think this is why like we haven't had like that opposition, because like I don't believe in opposition. I believe if you feel if something like with people that reach out to say like fuck you, blah blah blah, you're living a horrible lifestyle, I don't go like fuck you back. I inquire and I have conversations, and I think that's the only way for me to like just get through it. Like I don't want to have any opposition or hate for someone because they have these opinions about me, so I just talk to them.
But that shows what you've gone through. You know what I mean? It's another testament, and this is what I usually say about kind people. Like I hope, especially the industry that you've chosen, I know too much about that shit, and it's just be fucking careful.
Oh yeah, I know, because people assume that like since I'm kind, or they don't assume, but yeah, even though I'm very kind, I'm very, very, very adamant about like keeping myself safe. Like I carry myself like with a very good head on my shoulders, I'd say.
I have some TVM gang or TVM.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, looks are
he's a black pillar.
Like according to Black Pill, looks are subjective, but there's common taste. People like different flavors of ice cream, but the vast majority would take a bowl of ice cream over a bowl of shit.
Right.
True. So that goes into like what I was saying about the Black Pill. Is you were saying you'll pull up a Tinder profile and then this girl will rate him a 3 and this girl will rate him this girl will rate him a 9. So, but what I would say is like, let's say the guy is like, let's say Asian, just so people don't get offended because I'm Asian. You can't be offended by anything I say.
We'll say
I'm a rice noodle. I'm a rice noodle. But so let's say the guy's Asian. The girl that rated him a 9 would rate most Asians higher than the rest of the girls would.
Right.
And so there's something that we call like the halo effect, which like, so a girl that's into Asians will rate a guy that's objectively like a 6 or something, like an 8.
Right.
Because
she's into Asians.
Yeah. And then, so what goes even further is the reason that she might be into it is, let's say she was raised in an Asian country, or she was raised on watching anime, watching K-pop, stuff like that. So what is considered high value to women is very subjective and can be influenced by a variety of things, like
Absolutely.
the media. Why did my camera? I'll restart my camera. We're still live here, so that's good. You can respond.
Yeah, but that's what we're trying to say. Is you're gonna meet black pillars that are just stuck on the pointers and like rating themselves, and then you're gonna meet black pillars that are like after the actual truth, and then they act accordingly, and so they'll date within their pool, or they won't let it affect them, or they'll focus on their money, or they'll try and like what's it called, compensate in other aspects. And here's a trick too, it's not about like creating the wealth to be flashy and be like, look bitch, I got money. It's supposed to be that you've worked so hard on yourself, and that confidence that comes with having money and being financially free and being financially responsible allows you to attract a higher caliber woman, and she'll want to choose you because she'll feel safe that you are a provider and a protector. It's like everybody forgot math. Like everyone's still on the 2 + 2 = 5. It's still 4, bro. What the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So wait, so you, like, to succinctly like sum it up, you'd say like what they should just work on themselves.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
But
it's
like,
supposed to be work on yourself.
But then
and get better.
my rebuttal to that would be like if you have to, deal with what you're given. If you have to figure out what you are, what type of archetype you can be, and then if you want like a certain type of girl, figure out what her archetype is, and if you can match that, like if what she wants.
You're doing the analytical bullshit, bro. Just be.
But like, you can't just be yourself.
No, it's not just be yourself. It's just fucking live your life. What happens to these dudes and these girls?
That's part of living life.
Right.
Is like you have to figure out like what
to a certain
other people
extent.
want,
to a certain extent, you're missing the point. It's just like the kid that's stuck to his phone and forgets that like he can skateboard, and forgets that he can ride a bike, and forgets that he can build a business, forgets that he can go fucking travel the world. The world is so fucking expansive, and these y'all are talking about like getting your dick wet. You know what I mean? You will travel the world, and inevitably you'll end up fucking someone. It just happens. Go to Germany, everyone fucks each other. Like you go to China, someone's gonna be like, oh my God, white boy. Or like fucking like
most of them will go.
Oh exactly. You go to
but that's because of the halo effect.
But okay, but then go do it. Instead of focusing on the girls that are not picking you, go reassess your life, fucking do something different.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is figure out what you have to become for those girls to pick you.
Not for you're fucking it up with that being the purpose. You're tainting it. You're not gonna enjoy traveling if you're thinking this is what it's going to take to get my dick wet. Fuck yeah. You're not going to enjoy eating in a different culture if you're like, fuck, I wonder if I'm going to get my dick wet at the restaurant. Like, you know what I mean? Like having that as your end all be all takes away from everything else that it's supposed to be. That's what everyone's missing. Everyone's so hyper focused on this shit. You forgot to live, and that shit just comes. And while the sheep are focusing on this, the rest of the people that are talking about these things and getting you to focus on it even fucking more are living it up. They don't give a shit about this stuff. They don't care. This is a job for them so that they can go do whatever else it is that they want.
Okay. I think I get what you're putting down. I feel like it's hard to apply what you're saying, like
because you're so desperate, or what the fuck? Like,
well, not really. You can look at my Hinge. It has quite a bit. It has quite a bit.
Bro, what the fuck does your Hinge matter?
Well, because it shows you I'm not desperate. Because you just said I am.
No, but if that's your only focus, then that's what begs the question, not your Hinge profile. It's why is that your number one?
Well, because we were talking about black pill in a dating perspective, which is why I was bringing up like this is how you become successful. But the focus is being the hidden. Just for the record, the hidden thing says 1062.
But I don't care.
So there's over 1,000 matches I've hit.
Okay, you got big dick, bro. You got this.
Asian, so probably not.
No. You're a tall. He's tall. Joking. He's a tall Asian, like a big, beefy, tall Asian. So You got it. It's just there you go. See? But it's not
She watched anime when she was younger.
Oh fuck. But
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
What
yeah,
I'm
so
saying,
she
it's
probably
not
be
on you. What I'm
No,
saying
I
is,
mean, I have a thing for Asian men, but
There
I
you
don't know why.
so
what cut this spin?
so it's what I'm saying is the guys that are sitting there like thinking about this all the time and having that as their motive for everything and like
so
all of that.
I agree.
That's
People
the
who are
foundation.
only focused on getting laid are like degenerates and losers.
It's just you're missing out on the rest of life. It's
We'll
forget
let the
about
camera cool because like when it gets too hot, it shuts down. We'll keep this.
Yeah, you can have. I'll download it and everything. It's just, does that make sense? It's I'm trying to expand on the fact that like these are the conversations. I've already done the studies. It just goes ring around the rosy. At the end of the day, what if all of it's true? What if we had traditional households and everyone had it? Then what? Then you'd still continue living your life. So
and
why
would be a better life?
For who?
For everyone.
You would still continue living your life.
If the society is more stable,
but
then
you would still be continuing your life. The issue that I'm talking about is everyone's so highly invested instead of expanding on their own lives that you get stuck. And I see it all of the time. Look at all these other content creators. They are stuck in a niche and they can't expand from that. They can't move on from that. They create chaos and they create drama. They do debates on each other. Bro, I debated a dude that was like, he looks like he's deformed. He has Lyme disease. And I can say that because he's an asshole. But like, I debated him and his entire audience legit thought that I was ugly, that I lost the debate, and that I wouldn't rate him because he's so hot. And I'm like, I didn't rate him because it would be mean. It would be like mean girl shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's such a delusion that people are so invested that they are not willing to expand in their own life or do anything else. I've had this podcast, but I've had an Airbnb. I've done remodeling. I've refinished a kitchen. I've redone floors. Like I've had a lot of experiences. I fucking traveled. My life doesn't just stay there. And that's the issue that I'm seeing with a lot of this is that we're the responsible adults supposed to be. We're also examples for younger people. And so therefore, when we only focus on these things, that is what they will continue to do. That's the real issue.
So you're trying to expand the consciousness. You're trying to get people to look beyond everything.
You make it sound
you're like Tony Robbins.
Oh. Sign up for my ebook.
Unlock the giant within.
I'm just saying, like, let's not be retarded anymore.
Well, the thing is, like, I like that energy and where it comes from, but on the internet, there's so much shitty self-help out there.
God, I know.
That it sounds
just
like
be confident, bro.
Yeah, when it's not concrete, it's like it's useless and it's just like a dopamine hit before you go to the gym, and then it's so cheap and doesn't last that after the gym you eat a bunch of donuts or some shit and then you don't get any results. Like that's the same type of thing.
Google where confidence comes from. Like actually Google it.
Where does confidence come from? I'll let you Google it. Okay, but so what does that have to do with?
I'm gonna tell you. Is it
a trick question? Does it come from within?
Confidence comes from feelings of overall being, acceptance of your body, mind, and self-esteem, and belief in your own ability, skills, and experience.
Now Google how to build self-esteem.
I highly doubt that like people will build confidence or self-esteem by like
how to build self-esteem. It has a list. Be kind to yourself.
Do esteemable acts. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all the list will summarize is you build self-esteem by doing esteemable acts. So this whole be confident, bro, it has to come from esteemable acts. So if let's say I'm a dude and I'm only focused on getting the girl, that's not an esteemable act for myself. That's ego. That's all this stuff, right? And it's exciting and whatever, but it's not going to build my actual self-esteem. I have to do things like work out. I have to build my finance. I have to be independent. I have to be free somehow.
So that can be summarized as do things that are honorable.
Sure.
Like do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like when I feel like when I like in my 20s, when I felt like really shitty, I would put coins and I would pay other people's meters. And it's selfish because it was like a mind trick where I was like, oh, I feel better about myself. Like it's like the bare minimum I could do sometimes. And like it made me feel better. But that's why I'm so like, when you do have that level of confidence though, and you do the esteemable acts and you build that shit up, ain't nobody that can tell you anything. And bitch, what's more confident than when a dude doesn't give a fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. My biggest
Do you see
crushes
what
have been
do you see the pattern that I'm saying?
unapologetic men.
It does not matter if the dude, like you're saying that Asian like black pill stuff, the calculator bullshit would work against you.
All right, so no, but let's say this. Like, let's say a dude is confident, doesn't give a fuck, and then she's like, looks wise, like repulsive to the girl. She's just gonna be like, oh, he's a cocky asshole. No. I mean, there's no way to prove it, but it's like
because I mean, I've already said it before. Like, I've slept with dudes that like I was like, no way, fuck that. But because they were like, holy shit, the shit, I like was like, oh my god, I really like him. That's
after you got to know them.
Exactly. But that's when they utilize that just oozes out of them. Yeah. That shit happens.
But in the modern dating scene, how often would a guy get to spend an extended period of time with a girl that he's interested in if she's not like, if she writes him off based on looks completely? Like if it's on an app, they won't even match. Right. So he won't have a chance to talk to her. Right. Unless it's in like school or work.
Right. But is
increasingly people are meeting each other less.
The issue that with the thing that you're missing is that that's like, she's fucking stunning, right?
Thank you.
Why would she want to meet someone that's not just attractive, but also a good person? You talked about safety being a thing for you, right? Mm-hmm. So I imagine when you do like a guy, one thing that might make him attractive to you is that he makes you feel safe.
Yeah.
But then like your point is kind of like debunked because girls fuck like degenerates and drug dealers.
You're not letting me finish because you're missing the fucking point. The point is there's a certain caliber. So what all these people are talking about, like the guys that are degenerates, the girls that pick the degenerates, the guys that pick the whores, and the guys that pick the girls that use them for money and all this shit, all of those you would categorize under low lives. That's the part that we're all forgetting. Because tell me if this is true or not. In reality, when we're in a metropolitan area, how many fucking people do we meet on a regular basis?
A lot.
So everything that he just said, like you're talking about how to meet these girls. You meet so many fucking people. You're looking for a caliber. So a guy that has his shit together, the guy that doesn't care anymore, the guy that has his own confidence and his own stability is not looking for a bitch that's focused on like, is he 6'5"? Does he got money in the bag? Is he gonna support my babies? Like, I sound like a fucking redneck white lady.
You sounded like one of the Black Manosphere people when you spoke like that.
Oh, I was thinking. You remember the little girl that was like a little fat little girl from the trailer park?
Oh, yeah,
that's what I was thinking. That's why I wiggled my butt.
I just saw that she graduated or went to prom or something.
Oh God, it's what they did to her. Oh my. Anyway, so do you see how it's like there's a different caliber? It's everyone's. You got all these people that got new money and they're talking about what dating should be, but those same dudes that are talking about hypergamy and girls only want this and blah blah blah, what do they end up with?
Rolo tomato.
What kind of girls do they fuck? Only the plastics, only the fucking triple D boobs, only everything.
Wait, fake. So what is his name? Who? That does that?
Oh, Michael Sartain. Fucking
you know who
Jesus.
That is? Michael Sartain.
He's another one, dude. It's like him and Rollo Tomassi. Like they think about.
This is something that I really wanted to bring up when we were talking on the phone yesterday. You want Celsius? One? Yeah. Rollo Tomassi, according to you, apparently did not write the book, The Rational Male.
Fuck no. He wrote it off, what he did, and someone in the chat can confirm or deny if they choose to, but they don't have to. They're not required to. he just took a monologue or like he compiled all of the other red pillars, the OG red pillars, and their books and their ideas, and that's what he wrote it off of. So like, and only the like old timers know this shit, because the red pill wasn't supposed to be what it is now. The red pill had an actual altruistic meaning, and it came from MGTOW, and MGTOW had an altruistic meaning. All this shit is just,
yeah. Uncle Gaines says Rollo stole everything.
there you go. And that's an OG. He's like a fucking goat, and like. And that's the thing, is that these people, they have a false sense of self. There's no esteem. There's no anything.
Did I say Rollo Tamale? That's so funny.
Oh yeah,
roll up tamale.
I told you I love trolls. Like I literally love.
That's
trolls.
the thing I love about black pillars, is their humor is so like they're not afraid to go dark. They're not afraid to be like juvenile and like downright retarded sometimes.
It's just enjoying. That's why I love it too.
I'm Asian. I don't get offended. The term rice cell is so funny.
Yeah, your rice noodle cell. It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Wait, you're not a cell though. Cell would be like you'd be an incel.
I used to be gym cell. I used to think like girls weren't picking me because like I wasn't big enough or lean enough. And then I realized,
girls
wait,
don't
I'm
even
Asian.
like that. Girls don't even like that.
I'm over 6 feet. It doesn't matter.
No, it's no, dude. Asian's in. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, Asian is in now, but you know why?
Anime?
Because of the media.
Yeah.
Halo effect. The media adds like.
You're like yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like. It's
Look
like
at the
good.
smile.
No, it's good and bad. So it's good in that I can have like a higher quantity of relationships. But the quality is really bad because they're like superficial.
You see my point? You see my point from earlier though?
Yeah.
It's that superficial fucking garbage. You don't get what you're actually looking for. You could get your dick wet, but like I said, you're gonna feel empty at the end of it. After a period of time, you're gonna be like, this is what I was after. This is it. Like, and I can't tell you, I had a lot of guy friends in my 20s, and like I heard it fucking all. Like it's over and over again. So funny.
Wait, you mean guys that run through girls all the time end up unfulfilled and unhappy? Whoa, who would have known?
And that's the issue, is that they're trying to push it on all these young guys that like, this is what will fulfill you. And that's
to be a high value man, you have to sleep with 50 women before you get married. I watched that on YouTube. That's the truth, right?
Hey, nothing but the truth. Like, Jesus.
They have like 3 million subscribers. They're the truth, right?
What, the truth? Oh, those guys. Wait, Fresh and Fit?
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Fresh and Fit. You know I was on there, right?
Yeah.
I love Fresh and Fit.
Wait, so you like them? I thought you
because they're retarded.
Okay.
That's it.
But like you don't approve of the advice that they give out.
Here's the thing on one aspect, if you actually watch a lot of it, they did call out the truth and they did make an example, but somewhere along the road, they lost sight of what their goal was, and they started doing the shit for clout. And that's the sad part, because it's like they used to have fucking valid points, you know what I mean? But now they just look like clowns, because they just keep on harping the same thing. And even when someone gives them valid pushback, it's like, oh, what is it? Fucking whatever terms they use, dude. And it's sad because their target demographic, they were killing it. It was the youth. It was like an average 16 to 25 young guys, like years of age. And they would talk about financial responsibility and investments and all of these things. But they just kept going with the version of clout, and it's not, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's the thing is, yeah, tomato.
Rollo tomato.
Oh, Ross, Royce, Rollo, all the Sphere OGs, all losers, all frauds. They invented the lingo, and goofballs still repeat it today. Game. Game.
Ross, Royce, Rollo. There's someone. Roosh V.
Whatever.
He went insane.
I wonder why.
But you know what? He's religious now, so I approve of that.
Well, I wonder, like, it seems like he went insane doing this shit, and then he found religion and some sort of stability and grew up.
Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. Wow. That's wild. Fucking, okay. Yeah, no, so this is the other crazy thing is he went on fucking Dr. Phil and he started condemning like MGTOW, which is what this whole shit came out of. So let me educate you on the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what does MGTOW stand for?
Men going their own way.
Oh, okay.
So if you've ever been on TikTok and you've seen like there's a video of like a guy being like done and he's like going into the grocery market with like a hat on, head down, and women will smile and he's like literally done with society. But so this is it's really weird because I studied that part too, and it's like, dude, it's the same shit the feminist movement happened. It's
no, wait, no, that's my take. Is the red pill for men is gonna end up being what the feminist movement was for women?
Yeah, but and
everyone's just gonna be unhappy in that.
That's what it's not the red pill. They're trying. Okay, let's go back here. So MGTOW first formed and it was men going their own way, and it wasn't what this shit is. It was supposed to be fatherless households. So these men didn't know how to change a tire, didn't know how to be men, didn't know how to get a job or fix their resume or whatever. And that was the network that they had created as a safe space for men to go for this advice or bettering themselves. And so, but it was also a lot of men going their own way that had been divorced, and women took not just 50%. That's like the bare minimum. What this shit really started from was women taking custody of children and not telling or not allowing fathers to be in their lives, or literally kicking the fathers, or not even telling them I had a kid by you and you have a child, and like you hear sob stories of these kids finding their dads as adults being like, how the fuck could you keep me away from my dad?
So basically disaffected men.
100%. Yeah. But you know where it came from, and the men always say that it's from that it's from women and it is women. It was a part of the feminist movement, but it was actually because the government implemented low-income households could qualify for things like, come on, someone help me.
Qualify for
welfare,
help, yeah.
And low-income housing and all that stuff. The pre-qualification and stipulation in that is that the father is not a part of the household. So when they would qualify and they would get random checks, the dad could not be in the household. And so you had a mixture of women saying, well, I don't need you anymore. So they didn't want to work on things. And you had a mixture of men saying, well, fine then, bitch. And they didn't want to work on things. But, and like, yes, I say, fuck you both for being fucking retarded and not working things out. Yeah, and that's not for all cases, because there are cases, and there is a reality of like the grape culture, or men not being able to be with a crazy woman that's gonna probably kill them, or like a woman not being able to be with a man that beats them. Like these are real things that that everyone's like, no, it doesn't happen. It does.
No, yeah, it happens.
But and nonetheless, the point is that it was implemented by the government, and so that's who I blame. I don't blame people anymore. I blame the government for implementing those things. They put a lot more things that even made it worse, and now we have what we have. But so MGTOW is basically,
I would say it's the government, but also like the media and
who controls the media?
The government.
Well, depending on who you ask.
Bro, come on. It's
stay agnostic on that one. I don't know who controls the media.
Me neither. So I'm not gonna say that. Ooh, let me bring it back. Sorry.
Who actually controls the media?
We don't want to. We shouldn't.
Well, no, but the companies that own media corporations is all like, like BlackRock and.
All right, fuck it. We're gonna go there. So it's BlackRock and it's Chase and it's that's about it. I mean,
that's why the same agenda is pushed in every movie and TV show. That's why
who pays? You know who pays for the shippings that they keep when they have a ship that they catch full of drugs and cocaine coming to one of the American countries. Land. When they find a whole boat full or shipment full of drugs coming to any of the American countries, it's usually a JP Morgan boat. Like, just saying. But so it's we go back to it. It's neither side is really responsible, but it can be explained. Right. So if you go back into the history and you understand, then you have MGTOW was created because of the fatherless household. And then you had Red Pill that subsectored off of that because they started believing in game. That's the only difference. They believed in hypergamy and game, and that women only choose from hypergamy and game. There is no such thing as love, motherfuckers. No more. Apparently. I'm the only dumb bitch.
Game is like real, but it's like
it's manipulation.
Been sold as such a scam, though.
But well, it's manipulation, and this is the thing.
Also, at the end of the day, game is not going to stop like you from going through a horrible divorce. Like you're not as wealthy as Jeff Bezos.
That's my point.
You're not as good looking or charismatic as Brad Pitt.
That's my point.
But because you took a PUA boot camp in like 2006, you know game. You're gonna stop your wife from divorcing you, taking half your shit and all your kids.
But I have to say this too, because here's the issue: is game manipulation. Let's not call it game; it's manipulation. That's also black pill. The truth is that everything is manipulation, because what do women do?
I spent enough time like looking at PUA shit online to know that like what they teach as game is like basic social skills to like autistic people.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it doesn't even get to the manipulation.
But if you
you're giving it too much credit. It's like so
No, that's what you've seen.
Like when you approach when you approach a girl on the street, don't go from straight behind and steal the shit out of her.
If that was true, then it would not have been, and it would not continue to be a multi-million-dollar industry.
But it is, because most of them are beginners. Most of the people who
that's the bottom of the barrel. But the real things and the actual books, and when you apply them, because I know a lot of guys, and I've actually told guys to get the books because they were so desperate. I'm like, go for it, right? Mm-hmm. But it does work But you know who it works on? The women that are severely insecure.
Ones,
and that's the issue. I always laugh at the women that are like, they're manipulating me. Bitch, then you're a dumb bitch. You're fucking toxic. That means that you fall for all of it, which you got some severe shit you should be working on, and you should not be even looking at anyone right now. Those are the women that fall for it. Guys try and run game on me, and I'm like, bro, come on. Or especially when tell me this, because you've had experience. If a guy's interested and then you're like texting and you're having a good time and then he goes ghost.
I'm like, he's trying to impress me by this, but it doesn't work, and that's a goodbye.
It's the women that don't have choices, the women that are desperate. There you go. And this is what guys don't realize. Yeah, it'll work to a certain extent, but look at the quality. You know?
I can vouch for that. I had a close friend who I stepped back from the friendship, not even ended it. I didn't want to end it. I still wanted to be there for her. I just didn't want to be around the type of person and behavior she had. And she was clearly insecure, had no confidence, didn't know what she just was in a toxic cycle. But I could get into that. But she was always literally every week had a new guy, and they were this really toxic guy. And she's still doing it. She just goes over and over again with just shitty guys that think they have game because they see it. She falls for it. I'm like, he's kind of scummy, kind of asshole. And she's just like, no, I'm going to play with him. And that's what she does. And I feel bad. I hope she can realize that it's not fun to play with people.
Most of these stories in dating just come out of
the bottom
most
of the barrel.
Scummy losers
the bottom of the
in
barrel.
Society.
Yeah.
You're
the bottom of the barrel.
You're not gonna find high quality people at fucking you.
He's gonna beat you. She's gonna take all your money. They probably have syphilis.
That people go to right now? Or when you were going.
Freaking, what's it called? I don't know. I didn't go clubbing.
Fucking what? Somewhere nowhere. You're not gonna find high quality people.
The strip club was called
Oh no, I didn't mean strip club.
You're not gonna find Prince Charming or Miss Wonderful at fucking Warwick on Wednesdays, okay, guys?
The girl dancing at the table on Saturday night at fucking Somewhere Nowhere in New York at the promoter table is not a high quality woman because it's Saturday night. If the high quality woman is sleeping, going to church on Sunday morning,
it's not even that. Don't even go there, because I'm gonna tell you this. I went out on Wednesdays at Warwick. I went out, but here's the thing. I never slept with anybody there. I was never fucking romantic
still,
with
it's like
any.
It's still a turnoff. Like,
oh,
if
of
a girl
course,
is
and
going to
that's
these
why,
clubs,
and that is why the caliber in which I could try and date was not there.
Yeah.
Because the way that I was
You
conducting
knew
of course, but I knew that what I was doing was not attracting a man, but I was working. I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The reality is I was not ready for that. So I was enjoying and going out partying with my girlfriends, but I never slept with any of them. I like the guys. No, the Hollywood people or like the club people or any of those, you don't sleep with them, you don't date them, you don't try anything serious with those people. And that's the difference, is that you understand that you're just enjoying hanging out there. That's not
this is not reality behind closed doors.
And the problem is that people get so invested
I've seen
that, you know what I mean? And that's they get so invested and they think I'm cool.
They make a mess.
I'm the thing.
They make a
I'm
big
the
mess.
and it's okay to have fun. I'm just saying, like, don't make that your personality. Don't make that your brand identity, because that is the thing.
People make things their identity.
I was still working, having like business meetings on the weekdays. Like it's and I never used my real name. So I like changed. And then when I was like, okay, fuck, I gotta grow up. I'm 30. I'm like, fuck. That's when I put my real name, and then I stopped going out. And it's as much. I still have girls' nights once in a while.
Yeah, oh my God, we all have to.
But that's another hot take, is that like there's also what happens when people are in relationships that has a different opinion, where like people are like, women or men should not go out if they're in a relationship. I kind of sign up to it, depending on where you live. Like if you're a small town, I'm like, I don't think it fucking matters. But I think if you're in a metropolitan area, it's like you should, at least for me, I would think you would have respect for your relationship to like want to go out with each other. You know what I mean?
TVM is super based. Our justice system is perfectly designed to make men and women hate each other. SA victims never get justice, and falsely accused men become ostracized from society.
100%. And those are the black pillars. That's TVM, that's Self, Uncle Guns, there's Rishi. I don't know if he's here, but it's it's this. And so that's the thing with MGTOW. That's what it was really advocating, is righting these wrongs against men too, and pointing out that men do not only, and I studied this so much because I got tricked for a little bit reading the study reports. It says that men on average think about suicide way more than women do. And so then I did the study, I read this reports, and actually let's say like 1 in 4 men think or contemplate offing themselves. It's quadruple that for women contemplating offing themselves. The difference though is that men attempt offing themselves, or however, unaliving themselves, 70% more than women. They actually go through with it, trying it. And that's the severity. And
they're more successful.
They are, and they're more violent.
We never lose.
And they're more violent. You don't see women with a and men.
It's more like pills or something like that.
So, but there is I also researched that part, and it's women feel guilty about doing it, whereas men don't. And they feel guilty about staying. But so MGTOW and all of these programs, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they had an altruistic meaning and movement behind them. That's why they were so wildly successful. There is an issue on the necessity to look at men's mental health and having good examples of men, because men need good examples too. Like I've had guys try and ask me for advice, and I'm like, bro, here's another person. I can't give you that advice that a man is going to give you. I can't give you that feeling that a man will give you, giving you advice or being there for you. Just like women, there's as many male friends as I've had, there's nothing that compares with having a nurturing female around as a friend. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm just kidding.
What was I doing?
You just opened your eyes.
No, but like, do you know Zone 559?
That's the GOAT. He is my #1 moderator.
Minka is a low quality woman.
He's my troll.
Too late for the corn star. Her life ruined.
So
You want to respond to Zone?
I know, it's such a great life. Ruined life.
You know, five figures a month. It's horrible.
Zone is literally the OG troll of all. It does not
I
matter
love
who.
trolls. Like that's an unpopular
One
opinion
time,
of mine.
I had a little thing.
like troll me all day.
I had a
Trump
thing,
is
and it
number
was.
one troll.
I had a really lame program one time.
Wait, are you pro Trump?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
No, because you laughed when I said Trump is number one.
My
troll.
I come from a very big pro-Trump family. That's why
Based. I love your family.
I like Trump too, but
I'm not anti-Trump.
My family is anti-Trump.
My family is very pro-Trump.
He says stupid shit about Mexicans. You know what I mean? If he just didn't say that,
Well, like who doesn't?
if he just didn't
Who
fucking
doesn't?
say
So
that, we
you're
would be
pro-Trump.
good.
I'm pro Trump, but there's like stuff I don't like about him that I won't get into. No, but I love like the funny things he say. The stuff I don't like is like when he listens to like his cabinet or whoever is telling him to like tone it down.
I know.
I like when he goes
Grab
off
her by the
script.
pussy.
I like when he goes off script. I like when he does that stuff. Who I don't like that conservatives like right now is Ron DeSantis.
Oh I've heard him in my family's conversation.
Yeah,
That's
they
why
probably like him.
I'm not
right?
like against Trump, but I'm also not a pro-Trump pro-Trump. I like right now. I know I should be involved. I mean, I just got the right to vote, but right now I just
Girl, you're
haven't-
19, Jim Point. Live your life.
Wait,
Yeah,
you know-
exactly. That's my thing. Like,
What do you mean you're supposed to know, bitch?
No, you're not. You don't have to vote.
I
'cause it
feel
doesn't matter
irresponsible not having a take on politics right now, but right now I haven't been paying attention.
Do you want to know what I do to get out of political conversations?
Mm-hmm.
So it won't work
And
for
I
you.
would never judge anyone
Yeah.
or defriend. Like I would never judge anyone by them saying they like Trump. I
Art
hate
of
when
Will,
people do that.
shout out.
So
Like,
so
no.
it won't work for you. But when someone is like really pressing me on politics, and I know they're like super liberal, and I know they'll fall for it, I say, I'm sorry, I don't understand like your American political, even though I was born here, I don't understand your American political system, because where I come from, we don't get to pick our leaders. And they're like,
That
they
shuts
can't,
them up.
yeah.
Well, and it's also something because we still forget like I'll tell you this. One of my friends comes from Armenia, and
They're super based.
and they went to Russia for a better life.
Oh,
And
wow.
then-
Russia is based.
And then they came here for a better life. And I was like, when they told me that, I'm like,
And then
Bro,
they
you
realize
went-
life sucks everywhere.
I was
'cause
like,
we
bro,
live in-
you went to Russia for a better life? That's fucked. Like,
Yo, Russia's awesome though.
right, but it wasn't that kind of Russia. It was like
Oh.
outskirts.
Oh.
And,
But
but
did you see that? There's a recent
but-
clip that went viral. Like this guy's like, in Russia, Margot Robbie is a 3. Like
yeah.
their girls, the
Yeah.
average girl there is like 10 times hotter than Margot
100%.
Robbie.
But that's the thing too, is that like that's what I'm trying to say is that so this person kind of changed my perspective because I was very much like fight the power, all these things that are bad happening. And they were like, at least you get a chance to play the game here. And that deflated my entire fucking ego. It was like, fuck, I'm entitled.
Yeah.
No, but
Like,
but my argument to that is just because like our system doesn't suck as much as everyone else's doesn't mean we should accept it. We should.
I'm
still,
not
like,
saying
push to make
accept
better.
it. I'm just saying I'm not going to go against the United States government. I'm one person. If everybody wants to band together, I'm down. But look at, they didn't stand up for Tate. He was in jail, wrongly accused for 4 fucking months, bro. No proof. For 4 months in jail. Didn't do shit. Nothing. Still not being done shit. No, nothing. Yeezy, look what he did. He's like, they're gonna drug me. They're gonna drug me.
yeah.
And then what happened? He showed up masked up, talking crazy shit, and now he's calm again, saying, "I'm my bad. I had a bipolar episode."
Did he apologize?
He did, but that's the
Oh.
that's the issue. Is he right before he said they're going to drug me.
So
They're
they
going to
drugged him.
fuck me up. This is exact, and like nobody batted an eyelash. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna, and that's what I'm trying to say is it's not about accepting what it is. It's about the reality of the situation. Is I am one person. I am instead going to focus on the capitalistic aspect and remembering, oh shit, I do have an opportunity to just play the game.
Yeah.
And instead of thinking about matrix shit, about let me escape the matrix in like these aspects and this aspect. No, it's if I can't travel where I want to, if I can't do what I need to, if I can't protect my family, I'm not out. I'm not free. You know what I mean? That's now my goal. Fuck the rest of the shit.
Mhm.
And that's my issue with all of this, is that it's like, yes, these are real issues. And so we talk about MGTOW, and like there's the government, the way that the laws are in place is against men. And that is the whole foundation of MGTOW.
Everyone.
No, but specifically men. You guys get incarcerated more. You guys get shot more. You guys go.
But that's
death
I would say
more.
that's
You don't
by
have
design.
any. You know how many systems or things that there are for women and children? Do you know how many shelters?
even so,
do you know how many
even
shelters?
so, they
No,
end
no,
up
no.
worse off.
Do you know how many shelters that there are for men? 2.
I have no
2.
idea. But
there's
like,
fucking 2 in the United States. Fucking
but
2.
Even though that may be the case,
fucking 2.
I know, too. But that makes having everything against men ends up having everyone be worse off, women, children.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're trying to ostracize men or whatever.
No. I'm with you. The goal is to make this a country that is fucking weak so that you cannot fight back. That's what it ends up to be. All of this shit, all this like everybody's against each other is so that everyone is against each other. It's in 1984.
Their
It's in
goal is
all
for
of
you
these
to work
books.
to like live in like a building that's basically a filing cabinet where your apartment looks like everyone else's. You don't have any room. You don't have any hobbies. You clock into work. Everyone's like disconnected from each other, and you punch your thing and you drink your Starbucks, and you go to Walgreens, pick up your like fucking
What are you picking up from
antidepressant.
Walgreens?
I'm like, what do you go to Walgreens for, dog?
I pick up syringes, but
What?
What? But
I gotta go. This casting couch is fucking weird now.
But no, but they want you to pick up your Prozac and like medicate yourself, be happy, and like watch your content on HBO Max, where it's gonna do that. It's overheated. So but I'm not gonna shut down. That camera is Japanese, so it gives up. I'm Chinese, so I stay up.
Oh my goodness.
But that is.
Could I?
Yeah. Okay, Arda. Well, I
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
you, but
Where's
it's.
the bathroom?
I'll show you. I need to move the ring light so it doesn't heat up the camera more. Make a talk to the camera. So monologue.
Now sign up for my chat. Actually, I'm gonna see if anyone wants to hop on for like the next 10 minutes with me. Oh my god, it's been so long, guys. I'm going to drop the link. Invite. Copy. I'm dropping the link if anyone would like to join for like 10 minutes. You have the right to do whatever you want, the leverage to do. Yeah. I think that's like what I'm just trying to say is that like everybody has a choice in the matter, but everyone wants to fight everything that it's like, what are you fucking fighting for instead of focusing on your own life? Oh, wow. Dude, she got railed in the ass for the first time. That's like, that killed me.
She enjoyed it.
She said she enjoyed it. I'm like,
can you hand me my cup? I need to get more water. No, I'm sweating. It's hot here.
yeah, it does. There's a fan.
Well, the fan is gonna fuck up the audio. I'll open the window. It might not fuck it up much because the fan blowing directly into our mics will fuck it up. I know that.
His head is smaller than his body, so he's partially dirty bulking or gear or mix. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm actually peak bulk right now, so you can tell that.
Dirty peak bulk?
The only way to bulk is the dirty bulk.
Ew.
If you're on Reddit and think that you can gain half a pound of muscle a month eating 50 calories above your maintenance, that's bullshit. Buy Greg Duchette's bullshit program and come back to me when you have no results. That's what's up.
Oh my god, are you selling a course?
No, I'm not selling a course, but the people online are. I don't actually know that much about like fitness shit. I just like eat. And
It was such a good rebuttal. I'm like,
no, because every one of my friends is like, oh, I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna gain 1 pound a month eating 50 calories over maintenance. How do you figure out maintenance? I don't fucking know. They don't know. You do one jumping jack, you're back to cutting. But like, you're not going to gain any significant muscle doing that. You're going to look the same year after year. And those are the same people who think that like steroids do everything and you only need 125 mg a test, whatever. Don't get me started on fitness.
He doesn't look like he's on gear. If he is, his diet and training needs work.
I agree.
And buy the gear. Ask him if his favorite meals are burritos.
My guilty pleasure meals are burritos, but not in that sense. It's in California, there's a lot of them, so tell them that.
Oh my god. It's fun. I mean, salute to the chat though. Okay, what the fuck though? So you do porn.
Yes.
And and you don't, and your dad was there for everything?
Yeah, so my dad, he had his concerns like when he found out, and he found out in August, and yeah, he definitely was disappointed. Like he had questions, blah blah blah, concerns, and I just like wrote up this whole list to him of things that I thought would help. And there was like with my mom and my dad, because they're separated. My dad lives up north in Cali and my mom lives in New York. And with both of them, I had like a small like portion of time where things weren't the same. Like our relationship was clearly like affected and not the same. Like we're both very close because I'm an only child, and they're both like, yeah, like they don't have any kids with anybody else. Mm-hmm. So I'm like the little baby girl, which I get. And I'll always want to be that to them because like they're my only parents and they don't have siblings. And now they're just okay with it. And they do like, my mom's like, oh, I just wish you wouldn't. And my dad's just like, be safe. And yeah, they're just like.
So they're accepting it, but they're not okay with it.
Yeah, they're accepting. But my mom tells me, this is how she puts it. She's like, I accept you, but I don't understand. So she doesn't understand. And she's like, she's very spiritual, not like in a religion because we come from a very strict Catholic family.
Oh my god, you're telling my story. My parents divorced.
Yeah,
I was an only child. My sister was born after, like, when I was 19.
Oh, yeah, so you were like, an adult then. Yeah.
And then same thing, religious background and everything.
Yeah, and my mom, she struggled with addiction. She was in and out of rehab for alcoholism. And now she's 11 years sober, so she more has that spirituality and not like that, like, religious kind of view. She's just more like, well, if the universe... She's just like letting God help her through this whole thing, she's told me. And yeah, they both have their things going on. My dad has a girlfriend up north with him. My mom is married and loves running, and she's like very involved in the community. And yeah, life kind of just went on after all the drama of them finding out.
But do you not think that, like, because you've already told me like a couple of things and I'm like, dude, okay, like what happened? You know what I mean? Like, okay, so your mom got sober midway when you're like.
Yeah, her sober date is 2012. She's 11 years
old. So
sober.
You've already told me a lot of like, okay, bro, I just see her. I feel like we're best friends now.
Yeah.
So you've already told me like quite a few things that tell me that there was something that made you feel like a separation from your home unit, which can fucking impact the shit out.
Oh yeah,
you know
no, I had. So my dad wasn't around for my early childhood.
The fucking daddy issues. I told you.
Yeah. But I was raised by my grandparents. I have their names here, and so they were parent figures for a while. They're still alive and with us, and. Yeah, I mean, so my mom and my dad.
Oh my fucking god, bitch! You're rebellion against them.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Here it is.
So they're the only.
I'm like, what the fuck is it? It's not this. It's you're fucking rebelling against.
No, my grandparents don't know I do porn.
No
it's
shit,
the
Sherlock.
family secret, and
bro.
My family's like keeping it from them.
Oh my god! It's the fucking like psychology of like
rebelling.
Yeah, of
then,
like
that's
of like
part
fuck
of it.
You guys for what you did to me. You can't tell me shit. I'm out. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. I had a version of that. That's why
white families are wild because like
an
Asian
white was mad at them, though.
Like Mexican, Argentina, and Slovakia, and you got fucking Italian and Puerto Rican.
A white family's version of rebelling is doing porn. Asian family's version of rebelling is like getting a B in math.
Not anymore.
I know.
Asians are
I'm
freaky
joking.
deaky.
I'm
Asians
joking.
are super freaky.
I'm
Oh wait,
joking.
can you scoot? Because I just looked and I was like,
Yeah.
Big ass burrito ass.
Hey, that was my friend who said that. He's always
we like him.
he's referencing something
Fuck
that
yeah.
he's not supposed to reference. But yeah,
But
self-made ask question. Would the broad on the left bang Minka?
Stop it! Stop doing that!
This is
Stop
not
making it a lesbian
X-rated.
thing. He thinks that girls end up liking me.
Mm.
Like it's like I have like a
I mean, I
thing
can
that.
see why.
What the fuck is why? Why?
I don't know. Like you're not ugly.
No, you're gorgeous. Like you have the
Yeah, but
most
why
amazing
would
features.
Like you're not
women
like
be-
my preference, but like
But why would women gear towards me? Is the question.
Why do
Yeah,
women
that's good.
like you? I think like you said, like how women like unapologetic men. You seem I love
Oh,
how
fuck.
opinionated and unapologetic.
Oh, fuck.
you are. So I mean, I think that could play a big part. But also, you're just
Don't look at me like
externally
that.
Gorgeous. So.
there's some tension between the two of us. Too.
Stop.
The only reason this hasn't been like pulled from YouTube is because I'm sitting in the middle, keeping you guys from going at each other.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. 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 Oh my god, this is too funny. Okay, where were you?
I thought this would be a way more like antagonistic podcast because we all have different.
I thought
views.
so too. But this is the beauty of it because this is what
It
I
was
want.
meant to be.
This is why I stopped doing this because people were, I'm like, dude, everyone's delusional. Now I don't care, but it's like,
Mm-hmm.
at the last time I was like, these people really believe these things. Like, oh my god.
No, life is
They're
literally
not-
perspective.
They're
you realize.
well, they're in a little
Yeah.
tiny bubble and they don't realize like what it actually is. Like if when you travel, when you speak different
Mhm.
languages, when you experience different cultures, or like you start things that you're scared of, like all this shit, it's so much more fun. And it's like, dude, I'm like, yeah. And so this is like a breath of fresh
Let's
air.
open
Yeah.
a can of worms. What? It's been too cordial so far. What do you think of just Pearly things?
What is that? What's
She's
That's
about
a
to go
perfect
live.
response. I like you even
just
more.
Pearly
She
things?
said, "What is that?" She didn't say who. She said, "What is
Oh,
that?"
just Pearly things.
Pearl and
She's a
Sneeko
person.
are going live soon.
No, it's a
on Rumble.
football player.
Oh.
She's a linebacker.
Just like Jay Cutler.
Oh, a trans person?
Yeah.
Got it.
But she
I
condemns women. She condemns, so she's giving a bad reputation to the women that do like traditional values because.
So wait, what's the
she's-
situation?
Okay, let
It's
me-
a
she's not
trans
actually
woman or
trans.
a
No, she's-
trans man?
yeah,
No, she's not actually trans. I was just fucking
Oh,
around.
okay.
She's this like redheaded, basic, like I mean, like ugly fat chick that's like 6 foot something, right?
Mhm.
And she's been going online telling women what's a low value woman, what's a high value woman, and a high value man. All that
Which
shit.
is fine, but I don't feel like any of her ideas are her own ideas.
They're not her ideas and they're not based in reality. And if you notice, whenever she gets in a corner, she just repeats the same thing. She
But
doesn't have.
that's all these red pill YouTubers online. They all just read a book.
Well, it's they're controlled by the same narrative. And that's what they're being told to say
The
because
tomato
then
squad.
it's just the reality is that they want you to keep watching YouTube and just watch them. That's all it is, and go for it. Dale gas. I don't give a fuck, but we're going to talk about all of it and what it actually is because people like us that actually have lives, that actually go out, that do date, that do have different experiences, we're not like this shit's dope. You know what I mean? Like you're the one that fucking he coordinated this shit for, and I'm like this. I came to we're in Pasadena. I came from Burbank. You came from where?
South Bay.
So I wish I knew you.
I know.
because
I live.
I
in
have
Manhattan.
girls that you can meet over there that are nice.
Oh my god, that's dope.
I was living over there for the longest time, but it's the fact that even doing this in person instead of just like constantly like trying to find hot girls online is fucking substantially different than compared to half the fucking population on YouTube eating right now. You know what I mean? And that's the thing where it's like, if you treat this as that and you talk about something, then talk about everything. Be based. Don't just fall in a little niche and talk about the same fucking shit over again.
Yo, Uncle Guns. Emma, I've seen some of your work. Not bad, decent acting. I'm a degenerate. I had to.
That's
Alrighty
sweet.
then.
Thank
That's
you.
a really good. All right.
I appreciate that.
Uncle Guns. Wink, wink.
You're just feeding into it. Now they're gonna think you two are gonna do a scene.
No. No one was thinking. Fuck, they probably were. Never mind. Oh my god. Okay, what was your can of worms you were opening
The
up?
Pearly person.
Pearly, yeah. So she's
And then also you said you want to talk about femme sapien.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay,
That's
so
so
Pearly
interesting.
thinks.
You have no idea. There's this whole like section on like YouTube and the internet of like people talking about dating and like the most.
Yeah, I kind of have been realizing this as I listen to things I don't know. I'm like,
Bitch, this
wow.
could be your niche. You know how many bitches are eating bread off this shit?
Oh my god.
Like they are killing it, and then they have
Yo, we
OnlyFans,
can-
and they still sign up.
You
my
can
God,
start a
I want
YouTube
to
channel
start.
and then you start reacting to this dumb red pill shit.
Literally,
Honestly,
porn star
that's
reacts
such a
to
good
porn
idea.
star reacts.
Porn star. It's your
Porn
YouTube
star.
channel. Whatever.
Porn star reacts to
Porn
blah blah
star.
blah. It's but you know what I mean. It's they eat, they fucking eat, and you're nice, and then a lot of them are like really like what's
And
the word?
I'm very good at taking mean comments.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
there's
easy.
the ones that I've seen on here.
Come, these two need to kiss already.
Oh my god, the ones that I've seen doing it, they're mean to the guys, they're mean to the simps, they're mean to the
I can be mean to
incels.
people too.
No. But they're not because they think that
She's
they're
like,
hot
I'll do
shit.
anything.
Oh, okay.
You
They're
being the
entitled.
way that you are,
Okay.
genuinely, and being kind and just having these conversations will fucking eat out of your ass.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I will say, like,
Good to know. Thank you.
I've like had experiences with girls that like don't do like porn, and a lot of them, you have like a way better energy and vibe than
Thank you.
you know some of these like club rats do.
Mhm.
Anomaly.
Yeah.
It's an anomaly. That's why I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Because it's typically what you say, like
Yeah, you
the
gotta keep
atti-
like this like feminine good energy. In your
because
life.
the attitude that a lot of these women have is they're not. This is why I say it's so important to understand where people come from.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, some shit happened. Your wires got crossed, and
Mhm.
you thoroughly enjoy it because of that.
Mm-hmm.
The women that we're talking about are the women that are somehow forced into it, or that's the only way that they see
Yeah.
making
But that's-
money.
They're just
that's a-
And then they
surviving.
hurt
It's their
themselves by
survival.
doing it, and their
Yeah.
nasty attitude comes out, and they wonder why they can't find a man. They wonder why it's not
Yeah.
working out. Bitch, you chose that route. When you do that, that hurts the woman the most.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
the reality of it. But their wires are not crossed, and so they're not actually enjoying it. That's
Yeah.
why you're a fucking anomaly.
Yeah. And I'm privileged
Where the
and
fuck
thankful
did you
to
find
be
her?
where I am. 'Cause
I
I've
won't.
seen
I'm not
too
gonna
much.
say. I'm not gonna say. I don't want.
website?
No, because other podcasts and shit are gonna steal it. No, you want
Okay,
her.
you're
You gotta
right,
go through
never
me.
mind.
I'm the fucking pimp.
Yeah.
She agrees.
I'm gonna take a look at the contract. This is a nice duo. Oh, it's what are we talking about?
Pornhub. I don't use that site anymore. It's all garbage. So-
Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub is not going to be around for too much longer. It
I
has so
can write
many
a show.
lawsuits against it. It's
I'm
gonna
just
be gone.
seeing this.
wait, no. Let's
Wait.
read this out. Can you read out what Uncle Gain said right there?
Uncle Guns.
Uncle
I
Guns.
can write a show for Emma and Mika. I already have a perfect name for a show. Da, 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 da.
I can see you two doing a stepmom scene.
Oh my god.
That's the most popular genre right now too.
Ew, all the stepmom, like when you're scrolling
The stepbrother
through.
shit.
But they're always
Yeah, I
really,
feel like Step Brothers more it.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, because I had someone asking me to do a stepbrother scene. They were like, "You do too many stepdad scenes." They're like, "Do this stepbrother." I was like,
You know what they should
I don't get to
do?
choose
What they should do
sometimes.
to like make it unique is make it a parody of Step Brothers with Will Smith.
"Oh my
Not Will
gosh!"
Smith, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, that would be kind of really nice.
They're like building their like bunk bed. They're like, did we just become best friends? Or like you're like talking about like,
And
what's
then
your
they're like,
favorite
clap,
dinosaur?
clap, clap.
Yeah.
Yo, porn industry, have more creative things.
Oh
Come
my
on, let's
God.
go.
No, they're going to bring back pizza in a box.
Yo, when
I
I
recently there was an army one where the army man comes home and his platoon sends him a gift bag because he's out for an injury, and a Barbie doll's in it, and he's like, whatever. And then I come to life and I got to go in a real army bag, and they picked me up in it. And it was like, it was fun.
can I ask how much you weigh?
So I fluctuate. Like I'll weigh myself, and like in the morning I'm like 80, and then like at the end of the day like
80
85,
pounds.
87. Yeah. But it's like my genetics. Like my mom, my mom's 5'1" and 90.
How tall are you?
4'11".
Everyone's
dad's
jumping
pretty
off
sure,
stream
too.
to Google you now. They're like 4'11". Fuck yeah.
Oh, I'm so little.
I know.
I just immediately pictured of like 10 black guys like carrying you.
literally. Oh my god, that's what they demand.
I'm
like
foot
3 of
tall.
them.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, everyone's taller.
Do you like that? Do you
Oh
like
my
being
God.
4'11"?
I used to want to be taller, but now I'm like,
Fun size.
yeah, now I'm like, it works. I have an advantage being smaller. I mean, I'm just realizing that now.
Yeah, totally fun size. It's not.
I used to always want to be taller,
Yeah.
but it's easy. And you can buy clothes for cheaper if you get them in the kids section.
And it probably works better for your scenes too. If people are
It
into that
does,
shit.
yeah. Very much so.
Oh yeah, I can't. No, that's a terrible topic. That one. Oh God, that went dark really quick.
People are into crazier shit now because they got locked in their house for 8 months.
Having a dirty pirate uncle.
Oh my God.
Where does it say
It
that?
says that on the bottom.
They're fantasizing about having a dirty. What? Where does that come from?
I was thinking of that.
Because he's Uncle Guns.
Oh, is he a pirate?
Oh.
Army.
Oh.
You're making him log on. You're gonna make him look up your scenes. I guess it benefits you. No
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah, that's
EmmaRosie.vip.
there she is. Her link
Yeah.
is her
She has her
Instagram
own
is in the
website. That's great. I tried to make a website.
I'm
for my
actually
previous
currently
business.
making a new one with my good friend who makes them. Because mine's not that good, but yeah, EmmaRosie.vip. It's gonna be cooler next time.
The streaming is fun. This is like it
It
hits
is
all
fun.
the dopamine, like seeing the live chat.
the
No
what?
wonder,
I've
no wonder
been-
people do this instead of go to college.
What? The 9 people that are watching or the 10?
No, like people who do streams. Like imagine if there's like 1,000 people on the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
We have a nice little community. We don't need 1,000. 10 is perfect.
No, this is my little community.
Yeah, they can all come get dinner.
They're
with
no,
us
but they're
afterwards.
based though. Like it's and a lot of the things that I'm talking about, I've learned from these people. Like
That's
I
so
didn't
cool.
know
They are smarter than the red pill people.
that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like this all came from Midtown. That it had an altruistic meaning and that there was a purpose and it was about helping men. I did it, and like the
That's a
only
good pick of you.
it only
Just
like
that.
transferred to the red pill because they believed in game and manipulation and like hypergamy, and then black pill came from that because they were like, no, that's manipulation, it's not game, and now that's where we're at. And
You
it's like,
can
we'll
you
see.
can make like a YouTube playlist like the history of
I
this. You're a
wanted to-
historian. You're a
I
historian.
like history, I know, but it's I didn't.
Historian of weirdos on the internet talking about intersexual
That's
dynamics.
why I said it has to be a hobby. Like I can't, you know what I mean? Like, but I learned it from like Uncle Guns is like one of the OGs that told me a lot of these stories because I'm like, what about this and what about this? Like, there's 21. I don't even want to say it anymore because it's like a weird thing. But there was a convention that was for men. helping
21
men.
convention started by
it's-
Anthony Johnson. He was also a snake too.
That's why I didn't even want to mention it because it's
Yeah.
like it was supposed to be something great for men to get help and like
Yeah.
camaraderie and all this shit. And then
Imagine how far men could go if their leaders weren't all like snakes and scumbags trying to like just get their dick wet and make money.
it's just,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like that's the illusion though. At the same time, because when I looked at it from the perspective of the other side, homeboys like getting married and having a kid. And all these people just don't want to change. They don't want anything different.
Wait, who's getting married and having a kid?
Anthony.
Oh. But isn't he marrying some like ethot or
whatever? The point is that like gotta make bread, dog. You know what I mean? So like if you look at it from a different perspective, it's like, bro, can I be really mad at you? Not really.
But money is not the only thing. That's why I after all this time have decided like religious values probably are the best things because it tells you to do like honorable work. If you don't have religion, then you're just like worshiping money or worshiping followers or fame or some bullshit.
Or you could be worshiping like good in the world. It doesn't. I'm not saying religion is good? The only
like
thing.
What?
I'm just saying there's different avenues for different people with the same altruistic and the same goal intact of a better humanity. But like. Even if then you also go into the religious aspect and you've got all this other fucking shit garbage, like the fucking little hat people, you know what I mean? Like everyone's against them, but you have an actual conversation with the real ones, not the industry ones, but the rabbis and all that shit. They want to have these conversations. They're not afraid of it. They want people to understand. They want peace. They want understanding. Same thing with the Muslim culture. Like they're doing a whole ass rebranding. It's like going in to be Muslim now. You know what I mean? Like, but you know why? Is because, dude, fucking Tate said it actually. It's a really good, it's the truth though.
You know who Andrew Tate is?
I've heard him in the news and stuff, yeah.
So this is actually true though. That's the funny part is they talk about like the war being about bitches. And he says it just like that, like it's about the bitches. And then he was like, wait, what do you mean it's about the women? We don't want them to tell us what we can do with our women because look at what happens to their women. No offense to you and me, compared to a Muslim woman, we are nowhere near perfect. We're both garbage in their culture. You know what I mean? And so that's what it really came down to, because the traditional household was what was important to them. And so when you look at it from a different perspective, it's like, damn. And you look at what's happening here, and then you look at what's happening there, you're like, fuck, like, were we right or wrong? That's where like the real conversations happen. And that's the crazy part, is that like, and then you go into the religious aspects and how old the Bible is versus how old the Quran is. Then you go into Buddhism, and then you go into even like older religions. And now the new age shit where everyone's like kumbaya and doing mushrooms
Astrology.
And shit. Like, no, but there's real to it as like just like laws
astrology.
There's truth to everything. You know the fucking Egyptians used astrology, bro?
Oh yeah.
That was like the primary of their foundation. You know what else was? The all of the gods that they have were the things that they feared. So the jackal, the lion, the fucking tigers, all these things they turned into gods that they would love and adore, so they would no longer have that fear, so they wouldn't be limited in their fucking lives. How wild is that shit? And they were using astrology before we even knew they could see up in the sky and know what the fuck they were. You know what I mean? So it's wild, the shit that you learn when you go down a rabbit hole. It's like, whoa, like, oh, you question shit. You're like, oh fuck, is this right? Is this right? And that's how I got to the point where it's like, just try to do the best you can, try to be good. That's it.
Yeah.
So
much less pressure too.
I disagree, but we talked earlier about it, because like my argument is it's just not concrete enough.
What do you mean?
Just try to be good. Like that's
what's the alternative?
Like have an organized thing.
But how do you get that?
Religion.
But how does a religion? Because a lot of people are against religion right now. A lot of young people are fucking agnostic and shit.
A lot of young people.
So how would you? Right, but it's not changing what you're saying. How would you implement that?
What do you mean? How would you implement that?
I mean,
there's churches.
Okay, but it's still not what you want it to be. How are you going to make that happen?
There's a religion that people can go to that like I would approve of.
The argument is that you don't approve of it. You think that religion can save it all. So how would you get religion to save it all?
People won't like this, but short answer is a Catholic theocracy instead of our government right now, which has failed.
Okay, so what does that entail? There you go.
Like religious people running everything, specifically Catholic.
But isn't a part of the religious aspect and doing good the fact that people have to believe and have a faith, and isn't that itself a choice?
Yeah, it's not a Catholic dictatorship.
Right, but so how would you get people to believe in a religion to actually follow through? Because there's a lot of religious people.
There's a lot of religious
people.
Let me say, so there's a whole apparatus of like media, government, all this to get you to incentivize you to not believe in religion. So why can't there be a whole like system out there that gets people to actually believe in religion?
Absolutely, but how would you go about doing that?
Have Catholic people be the leaders,
right? But how would that still doesn't tell me how you would get the non-religious?
But then, like,
people
how would you get people to follow your credo, which is just be good?
I'm not getting people. I'm not doing anything to get people to follow my credo or follow what I do.
So like this whole like thing that I think Catholicism is a better way to go about life.
Are you
like
Catholic?
I'm not confirmed. So like I've recently just started going back to church like within the past year. Yeah. So I'll do like RCIA, all that.
What name are you gonna choose?
What name?
When you get your confirmation, you choose a patron saint name.
Oh, Saint Michael.
Oh, cool.
Wait, is it?
Sorry.
No, is it for
no,
a specific saint, or I choose a different name?
You choose a name to add on to your name.
Oh, can I be Saint Batman?
No, like a real saint.
Oh, a real saint. Then Saint Michael. He's
Saint
cool,
Michael the Archangel.
Yeah, that's your saint name, right?
No, my
you have a tattoo.
That's my grandpa's name, but I chose Monica because my aunt passed away, so I chose her.
Wait,
she's the patron
you can
saint.
choose your aunt as a saint?
So no, sorry, we got off topic. But you said you were getting confirmed because you got your communion.
Well, I don't know. Like, I need to start. Like, I don't want to jump straight into it because it's like so new. I don't want it to be disingenuous.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're starting.
Hey, self-made and based on other Catholic. I'm not Catholic yet, but for your confirmation.
So you're becoming Catholic.
I'm on that track to becoming Catholic, but I also need to stop being a degenerate, which is a different issue.
So that's my what I'm trying to ask you is, your idea is to get people to believe. People have to believe in that religion in order to follow the creed.
But that's not my job to do it. That's up to the Vatican and the Pope.
But what you're saying is you disagree with what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is what I have found. I didn't say for anybody to follow me. I didn't say that this would save the day. I wouldn't say any of that. I just said I have researched the fuck out of everything that was bothering me. I have deduced it to the fact that it's the government's making. People don't want to change though. And
so if we had a different government.
But what I'm saying is nonetheless that I'm no longer willing to invest my time and energy in trying to make a change when people don't want to change themselves. And I am instead investing that time and energy in myself, for myself, my family, hopefully picking a good partner, having children of my own and raising them the way that I want to, hopefully in private school, hopefully maybe out of the country, who the fuck knows? But that's my main priority. And so when I say that, you said you don't agree with that and you believe that religion would be able to save humanity and have a utopia. I'm simply asking.
Not utopia. Like, the world is never going to be perfect.
Yeah, but essentially.
But it can be a lot better than the shit that's going on.
So if you believe that, my question is, and mind you, I am also from Catholic background. I am religious. And so my question to you is.
Wait, so you're Catholic?
Yes. So how would you go.
Like you're practicing Catholic?
Yes. My super tantan, homie. So my question.
Yeah, brother. Let's go.
So my question is, how? But when you have such an aggressive mindset of this is the only way, how would you?
Well, no, it's not. It's not the only way. It's the best that I've come up with so far.
Which is why I'm challenging the question: how would you go about that? Because that's what you got to think about.
But that's like something. Just because I don't have it all figured out doesn't like invalidate like my inclination right now. Like it's something I have to figure out. It takes years. Like no one's gonna make the most perfect government out there.
Yeah, but if you have such a strong stance on something, you should actually have a stronger inclination about it. You know what I mean?
I mean, fair point, but also like my strong stance is that would be better than what we currently have.
So
which, like, you know, objectively is kind of true. Like,
yeah, but if based off of that, to be like actually based, I would say conservative would be a better
version
But
of what
conservatives are so cucked right now.
What do you mean?
Like you mean conservatives like Republican?
No, I'm not even talking
okay.
about that. I'm
Okay,
saying like
okay.
having more of an influence of like having a conservative lifestyle with being cool
True.
would be
True.
a lot more, to me, feasible
Yeah.
than
You mean like a more humble
Yeah.
lifestyle?
not
So no
humble,
more 3 a.m.
conservative.
burritos in LA.
Meaning like I'm not gonna be posting
Not
at
flashy.
Warwick at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
on the fucking
What
Wednesday.
the fuck is Warwick?
It's a club. How are you?
Yeah, I didn't
In
know that
LA?
either.
Bro, okay.
I don't go out in LA. Okay,
I'm not old enough to, so.
Oh my god.
I hate going in like venues.
It's not
and,
worth
like,
it. It's fucking
No,
gay.
but like I've spent countless hours, and I'd rather just like sit at home, watch The Sopranos, like pull up an app. If I want like that type of quality of woman, I'll just pull out an app and like have it delivered to me. Why do I have to go stand in a sweaty club for like 6 hours, like hoping some?
And that's the issue. And that's another thing is that these guys tell other guys to like go to the club and shit. And it's like, bro, it's not worth it. The only girls that go there are like that are the ones that have sugar
Not the
daddies,
ones that you want to.
the ones
I've
that
never
want to
been to
steal
the
all your
club,
money, the ones that like they're shisty. You know what I mean? They're a good time. Go have at it. But like,
They're not a good time. If you wake up next to one, oof.
I've never even experienced them on a real level, so like I don't know any. I just know I know them going out.
But you
having a
had
big-
friends that did that stuff.
Yeah, but I went out with them dancing, and then I'd go home at the end of the night every
Yeah.
night. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I
you didn't have to
didn't.
see
What's the
them.
difference?
I didn't go to brunches ever. I always was like, I can't.
Oh.
Fuck, I can't. Fuck, I
Brunch
can't.
is cringe. Brunch sucks.
Bro, and that was when I like finally had it because I kept growing my business, and I was like, dude, I'm not a hooker. Like I can't go to fucking brunch on a Monday. Like I can't go to Warwick anymore on a Wednesday. I don't live, no one's gonna pay my rent. I will like be out on the street if I live this lifestyle. So it's like, and it's not a shade on it, but I say that not to condemn the women that are doing that. I say that because there's other good women that think, God, I really want to go. Why can't I go? I need to go. And then so they make decisions by going where the cool kids are per se, thinking that like all women are capable of doing that when they're not.
Yeah, that's the biggest turn off for me is like if you're standing outside a club at like 1 a.m. and all like these girls are like objectively like decent looking, but they're all like swarming around like mice waiting for cheese. Like, promoter, let me into the club. It's like have some self-worth.
Well, here's the crazy
porn is better than standing outside a club waiting for your 28-year-old man-child promoter to let you in.
Bro, how is porn better?
It's like you make more money. It's
You know I
you
love
have
you.
you have
But, like,
you
it's-
have way more self-agency doing porn than waiting for some 28-year-old coke addict to let you in a club.
What you were just saying was that you wouldn't pick that kind of girl and that
I don't
porn
know.
is better.
I was joke. It's like partially a joke, but there's aspects of it that is better.
But that's when you say that, you also you condone it. And
No,
you
I don't condone it.
But when you say that,
like I can joke about these.
Yeah, but like you also talking about you have a strong stance on religion, but then you talk about that's better. It's like, okay, you gotta like pick one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like just because I have a strong stance on religion doesn't mean I have to make like the most cucked, like clean jokes. Like I can joke about.
No, I'm not saying don't.
I can joke about like anal gaping and shit. I don't care. Like.
Oh wait, you're saying that porn was better than the girl standing outside of the club as a joke?
Partially. There's
but see, there you go. So
but
you
there's
can't say
aspects. No, so it's a nuanced
this is really
thing.
cool, by the way.
I'm like, I'm like fucking.
Okay, we need to like scoot this week because I'm
listen.
falling in the crowd. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm like.
I like how there's like a big crack.
I'm like Tony Stark right now. I'm in my lab. The blue shit is all around me. I'm like moving shit around, and then it's nuanced, not black and white. There are aspects of doing porn that are less dehumanizing than standing outside a club waiting to get a bottle.
I'm all for that, but then you cannot have such a strong stance on religion and conservativeness.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, you can, but it's a really weak foundation.
But you're not understanding the argument. I'm saying I'm saying both like are like in my morality not right, but there are aspects of porn that I would prefer over someone waiting outside a club.
So you're saying that you would be willing to date someone that did porn?
I wouldn't date either.
Okay, so then that's
long term.
But this is the thing where it's like, okay, so now you're cheapening yourself the same way that we.
Like that's like saying, oh, like I saw you eating a burger last week. You can't talk about how, eating healthy is good for you. Like, so what?
No. It's just about it's. Kind of like we talked about before, right? I've been shadow banned a couple times. That's why I'm like, I don't give a shit. I like saying the truth instead. It's if you're gonna take a stance, then at least say the whole, like whatever it is that you really are about.
Wait, like Self Media says, yo, bro, put the midget in your lap to make you all fit in frame. Lol, JK. that would make an amazing thumbnail, honestly.
The midget.
Oh my god.
Midget.
It's just at least like if there's such a strong stance and you're gonna go that route, I see people poking holes in your argument based off of that. And I'm instead of you having 100%. That, instead it's a conversation that I'm trying to have.
I don't want to portray myself as this like stern like leader or whatever. Like I can joke around, like I can say shit that doesn't make any sense because it's like funny.
I mean, you can, but
like
then
if I had to pick
a
a genre in all this, it would be like comedy. But like in comedy, there's truth.
You know who I really like as a content creator right now? There's this dude that I just posted him the other day. He was like, if you want to buy a house, sell a house.
No, I saw that.
You saw that, right? I was
he's like, if you're homeless,
I love
just buy a house.
Yeah.
And then if you and then he's like, if you don't have a house, then buy. I don't know.
Yeah, it was if you're homeless, I can tell you how to buy a house. First, you have to go and you have to sell the house you currently live in. I was like, that's my guy. That's why what you were saying reminded me of.
That is serious.
Oh my god, we're so cute. Did you hear how in sync we were?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god.
I was sipping and I was like,
you know what that reminds me of, which is it exemplifies what's wrong with the American education system. It is, on that note, this is a serious conversation that happened in a classroom, in a school, in a high school.
Sorry.
A girl asked the class, why don't poor people just ask their parents for money? In a serious way. Which is why it's good that you skipped school to go do porn.
Oh my god, full circle here. All right. I like how you got full circle.
I've definitely thought about going to school. But...
it's a waste of time.
Yeah, well, for what I want to go for, it's like completely like, it's this thing called Ayurveda. When I was in my work with aesthetics, I got into it. So it's like, it'd be worth it to me because you learn all about it. But that's the only way, yeah. Other than that, I don't know, maybe.
You can be like that typical, not to like put you down, but like I'm making fun of like HBO. I'll get to it.
I love HBO.
So HBO is okay, but HBO always makes these stories. They're like, oh, this poor girl, she's stripping to pay her way through med school. You can do that like cheesy ass story, but like yours would actually be like cooler.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
HBO sucks, by the way. They should like
HBO Max.
Yeah,
or like...
when HBO Max first came out, they had a huge library. This is why
it got
free
lower.
market capitalism doesn't always work.
Agreed. Oh, you were gonna go on a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it on.
You go.
Can your porn pay for my medical school instead?
What the? Wait, was that? Yeah. TVM is going to. Never mind. But he has student loans.
Oh.
He has student loans.
I would love to.
The simp hunt is real.
All right, so HBO Max sucks because when they first started, they had a huge library of, different media. I liked that they had all the Batman movies because when I'm like deep in my like emo e-boy cringe like state late at night, I want to watch a Batman movie.
Yeah.
HBO Max raised the price, started ads, fuck free market capitalism. This is why it doesn't always work. And then started taking off Batman movies and licensing them to other streaming sites. Like, if I want to watch the Christian Bale movies 1, 2, and 3 in order, I have to go to fucking Tubi now. I have to go to Netflix. I have to go to.
That's annoying.
And then like on March 12th, I have to wait for the second movie to show up on, I don't know, Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's all been weird. They like subdivided everything, and
this is why Hollywood is failing and porn is on the rise. Really. Sometimes porn has better storylines than Hollywood.
Did you order this pizza?
Hey, it's better than fucking, what did they make? She-Hulk? That was garbage.
What was
Oh
that?
my gosh, I remember. I watched
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
What there
Ew.
was there was literally one scene
Ew.
in She-Hulk
Ew.
where you know who the Hulk is, right?
Mhm.
Where his cousin says that she has to deal with more shit being a woman than he does as being the Hulk.
I fucking bet, bro.
Like, but the Hulk
The fetishes
has
must be
tragic
fucking real.
backstory. Like, he literally tried to kill himself at one point. So, like, for those writers to have said that is like, they're clearly
They're
have
just
a
going
dumb agenda.
along, with whatever everyone's pushing,
Yeah.
And it's not even like horrible. It's just like I feel like there's too much. As someone my age who is like,
And then it's like,
Yeah.
comes
and then,
from a more pushy generation, I'm like, that's too much.
and then being Asian, you know, if you guys didn't know, these media companies are like treating us like children, like throwing us a bone, like here's a story about an Asian woman falling in love with a white guy. Look at the representation, and we're like, this sucks. Like, this is horrible. And then
they're being like misrepresented.
No, I don't care about representation. Give me a movie with all white people. I don't care. Like, the media sells this narrative that you can't relate to someone on the screen unless it's like
Looking like you.
Yeah, and like when I was younger, I related to Tom Cruise in Risky Business.
You know who I relate?
And he's fucking white and a foot shorter than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's the story. His parents go out of town.
Yeah.
He hires a call
you
girl.
know why
and
they
like,
did that? It's to create the victim mentality of like, oh, I was never accepted. I mean, I felt, and I signed up to that. I did. It's like
that pisses me off.
Lack of representation.
But I signed up. I signed up to the narrative of like I had to be white passing in business in Los Angeles, and there is a tiny bit of truth to it, but not really. Like, honestly, it fucking worked that I was being.
TVM is funny. Asian women loving white men is realistic though.
Yeah.
But hey, it goes both ways. Asian men love white women.
I think I want to be the next Corn Star movie.
I don't know about that, but I mean, prosthetics are getting pretty good. So if you can fit my little Taiwanese sausage into a big ding dong, we can make it work.
It's just so interesting because it really looks like the casting couch. You know what I mean?
It does.
It's kind of weird.
And with like just the plain
What should we put on the background? If use your imagination,
I don't
what should we
want
have
to.
behind us to make it less
Like,
casting?
Oh, I was going the opposite to make it worse. Like 10 dudes beating off behind us.
No. To make it more casting couch, we should put like a Polaroid picture of every girl that sat on the couch behind it.
No, it would be
That would
even
be-
better.
that would
10
be
dudes
fucking
beating off
disgusting.
behind the couch, like ready to go, is like typical porn.
No, but they're behind the computer, not behind.
No, behind the couch.
No, but
Imagine if they were
watching.
like in behind, like.
No one wants to watch that. That's disgusting.
Isn't that what I feel like? That's like a major like clickbait on Pornhub.
I don't know. That site is, as we've both
Yeah.
said, is trash now.
I don't really
It's on
like.
its way out.
I mean, what's
Wait,
the
why?
alternative?
Who's saying virgin now? Which one was? I wish I
Wow,
was a fucking
virgin.
virgin.
We
I'd be
can make
better
a real
Catholic.
virgin porn movie. Haha.
Minka need a black couch.
Oh my god! So I'm telling you, that's my number one troll. There's no one is safe, and like this is the
Hey, I kind of like him.
Right?
Yeah.
I like it.
Next, he's gonna say some shit about me, and then
one time it was like everyone like kind of like phased off and wasn't even paying attention to the conversation. He's like, everyone dead. That was my
I'm
response.
gonna let it-
He's so funny.
That was literally my response. He's like, oh no, everyone's dead. Died. And then I always started busting out laughing and I would say something. The next person would come on and leave. And dead again. I
Oh
was
my
like,
god,
bro.
that's really funny.
That's why I laugh because I'm like, I'm not even safe from the trolling. Like you would
No, yeah.
you know
it's
what I
funny.
mean? But I like it.
Damn. Yeah. Now he roasted me. He said, "Like me, that kind of G at Y." I'm not gonna say it full word because.
I thought it said goofy.
Uh,
It looked like
wait,
goofy.
yeah, I said this could be a porno if the
Shut up.
virgin in the middle makes a movie. I wish I was a virgin, man. I would be a much better Catholic if so. If every girl could just give me back what.
You can get an absolution. If you, there's the thing you can
I love
get.
how you're like saying that you're like into Catholicism and this bitch is like we're getting railed and she's like, and this
Yes.
is what it is.
The
And
porn
this is what
star
it
is
is.
converting me to Catholicism.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm still a Catholic. I go to church on Sundays.
Hurrah!
Yeah. Wait, Latin Mass?
Oh, I
Uh,
used to with
Yo,
my grandma.
Latin Mass is
It's touching.
cool. It's cool.
Yeah, and I went.
Oh
to,
my god, no, it's fucking exhausting.
Student.
I don't know. I
Huh?
think it's.
It's cool. It's-
Oh, sorry, I like
think-
get
I think,
It's
no-
because my
I think
grandma raised
Novus
me on it.
Novus Ordo Mass is like a little bit tedious.
Bro, it's just so
Latin Mass is
exhausting.
fucking cool.
Mom and
like,
Dad
they got
found
the
out I
hype.
am a court star. That's the title for our video. Mom and Dad
Oh.
found out I was a court
Like
Oh
stepmom,
my
I promise I
God.
only did it to pay for medical school.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter, young lady.
Well, I
You're
just-
gonna get a spanking.
I have a question then. Like, do you have something that you want to do other than porn one day?
That's my thing. I have so many different things, and like it's like in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to choose, but I kind of keep getting like pushed in ways. Like I kind of
Yo.
just letting.
TVM answered your thing. Base, keeping Catholicism for the social benefits, even if you live your own values.
But yeah, I have like so many other things I want to do.
Oh my god, yeah, self-based. He's stand up, sit down, kneel. It's that's why I'm like one time. So
Yeah.
you know who the most religious one in my family is? Growing up, my little sister, who's 13 now, when she was in preschool, was in a Catholic school. It's a private Catholic school, and she was like, my mom and I are more like chill. We're like, God, I love you. Like,
Yeah.
we have more of a personal relationship, and she was more into organized religion.
Yeah.
And for Christmas, my mom goes, oh, we have to go watch her sing. And we're both thinking that it's like a regular, like little, like
Oh my
sing.
goodness.
No, it was not for Christmas. Yeah, it was Christmas, the day before Christmas.
Christmas Eve. Oh.
Fucking 5 hours at the church.
Oh, it was like a
5
vigil.
hours.
5 hours.
Oh my God.
And
And
we're
my
coming up
mom,
on 5 hours here.
my mom and I were literally busting out laughing. We're just like, and my
You
little
probably went to Christmas Eve
No.
vigil, like leading into
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah,
Oh
we
my
didn't
God.
know. We didn't know.
Yeah.
And so
My
my
family goes to that. every
my
year.
sister's singing, and I'm like, dude, and my mom is just like, do you think we could just leave?
You
I'm
go
like,
till like 12
and I'm like,
a.m.
and I'm like,
yeah.
Mom, can we please? I am we were hungry. We thought we were gonna.
Well, I'm hungry right now.
Me too. I thought we were gonna like be there for an hour max, and we're there for hours. So that's the thing where it's like when you are really religious, it's like people don't even talk about that. Like, can we have like shorter sermons?
Yeah, that was.
I would
remember
probably
bringing
go
my
back if
friends
we
to
had
church
shorter
with me,
sermons.
and they were like, "It's a workout. You're up and you're kneeling.
Never mind. I'm
and you're,
challenging
when
the
you're on a
system. That's
procession,
fucking
and you're
retarded.
I'm like,
It's like porn, right?
Oh my god.
I do love church. I despised it as a kid.
How is the porn star more base than all the girls in colleges right now?
Well, it has to go with
Do
what
better?
people
Do
go.
better. Yes.
Well, it has to go. No, and this is why I say ask people about their story.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
it's all about
we said
how
we're
people-
hungry, right? South Media says order a pizza, get this party porn
Oh
started.
my god, no.
Hey, I'm not sharing with the pizza man unless it's female.
Oh god,
I don't swing that way.
I don't do those things. That's it. Shut up, self.
No. You might do those
Let's
things.
drop those saint names. Mine was Gabriel.
Why would?
No. Let's say Don't say no. We might do those things if you subscribe and find the exclusive content.
No, it's not. I'm not demoralizing myself in any way. That's not happening.
Are you saying what
Wait,
she
what are you
does
saying?
demoralizes?
In my viewpoint, yeah, but it's not. But that's
Yeah,
the
that's her
difference,
opinion, yeah.
exactly, and that's the thing
Damn,
where that's.
I tried to trap you.
No, but that's the thing. That's the problem is that everyone wants to like. It needs to be that, bro.
Damn.
If
Corn-
you don't
Corn
like
Hub
the way I
title.
live my life, I still freaking love you because you're not trying to stop me.
And that's
Cornhub title: Christian girl gets punished by Asian priest. Damn.
You gonna become a priest?
You know what? For that experience,
Guys.
let's put the robe on.
what. I thought you said you love religion.
No, but I'm joking. Like I can make jokes.
Okay, but like,
And what we do after the stream, they won't know about, and you won't know about. So
y'all have fun.
you're invited. I think she would like that.
So I moved in with my mom before I moved to Miami. I'm gonna go home and hang out with my mom and my sister instead. I'm okay. I appreciate it though.
That's her cover story, guys. Subscribe.
Actually, my sister's watching right now.
Pay for.
She's like 13. She's like, you're a loser.
No way.
Damn.
Yeah, she trolls me. This chick is the biggest troll.
Oh my God.
I'll say something like, God, I'm so miserable. I'm so tired.
Yeah, you dumb bitch.
No, it's worse. These kids, they like emotional damage. Like the meme, they love it.
No, yeah.
She's like,
That meme started with an Asian. dude.
bro, she goes to the heart. She's like, yeah, that's why you're single and alone.
Oh
What?
my goodness.
Or like,
Base
or
sister.
yeah, or like I'll be like, oh, I'm doing this, and she'll be like, don't you need to have kids or something? You're old. I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna get you back for this one day, kid. I will get you back for the things that you said. But she's like a big troll. Like it's bad.
I love it.
It's funny.
I love it because I can never I am like too nice. Like that's just me though. I support everyone doing whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. No, I like
Like
I
it. I
don't.
love it.
I'm super judgmental.
Yeah, but you don't judge yourself.
Oh, I judge myself.
I feel like
more
I'm
than
a little
everyone
too
else.
not judgmental.
Yeah, you need to judge more.
I need
bitch.
I need to like judge people more, which I've been realizing.
Oh
No,
my
but
god,
it's
if
like-
you guys
it's
get
like a
together
good-
though, you guys will balance each other out.
Ugh.
Yeah, you'll be like, fuck him. I'll be like, no way, and you'll be like, no way.
You know, Jesus was a loser till he was like 30.
Yeah, his last
What
3
is
years
that-
were
what
the
does
only
that
thing
have
that
to
meant
do?
anything.
Means like redemption.
Yeah, but he wasn't a loser. Like he wasn't like fucking like random whores in clubs. Like that's not.
That's a different era, but he was definitely condemned as a loser before he hit
That's because
30.
he wasn't a loser. Everyone else was a loser.
Right, but it's
But they-
nonetheless
yeah.
no, it's actually he had a redemption story. A lot of these people don't realize these stories, they're not condemnation stories, they are
Hey.
redemption stories.
I'll believe it when I see it in the Catholic Bible.
It is in the Catholic
Yeah.
Bible. These stories are there. Bro, you
I
haven't read
lost-
the Bible.
If you
I've
need-
read the
You don't
Bible.
need
I
one of us,
haven't
you
read
need
the
to know the
Catholic Bible.
Bro, these stories are
I
in the
lost
Bible. These stories are in the Bible. They talk about like the
Yeah.
hookers and the judgmental
Yeah,
ones
but
and
Jesus
all of
wasn't
that.
running through hookers.
He wasn't running through hookers, but he was
He
condemned as-
accepted them.
That's
He
the
was.
Yeah.
He
And-
told them that it wasn't wrong, but he wasn't like, "Fuck you, get out." He's
And-
still.
Exactly,
So
and that's
bad.
what we're doing with
Yeah.
you.
But that's the thing where it's like
I'm
he
the
was
little
judged
thing.
for that though. That's the thing that I'm saying is that he was judged for that during that time, and that's what the stories say in the Bible. But everybody forgets that shit because
Yeah.
everybody forgets about redemption. Just like when they talk about a woman's greatest gift is childbearing, so is marriage to a man. Right? What happened to the sanctuary of marriage? But no, all men cheat apparently. Just low value men cheat. It's
As
not,
much as you don't like religion, you could do these like sermons.
I love
feel
religion.
I feel like
That's
you
where you
go
have it
off.
twisted. I love religion. I just don't like condemnation. And when I heard
I
a
don't
little
like condoms either.
but when I heard a little condemnation, that's why I challenge your belief so that you can take a look
But
at it.
isn't that like a cop out? Like God is very judgmental. Like,
No.
read the
No,
whole
God
text.
God is not judgmental. That's
God is pretty judgmental.
No.
God has rules set for man.
I mean, God is so judgmental that if you don't follow what He says, He sends you to hell. That's pretty judgmental.
That's not judgmental.
No.
That's where we go into wrong or right. That's just these are the rules.
But religion
make
has
these-
objective rights and wrongs.
When you choose these this route in life, then there will be repercussions. That is what the
Exactly.
Bible says. It is up to man to do what he wants to do, but God has never forsaken man. Man forsakens God.
Damn. The
God
art of
is
will.
not judgmental.
The last time I heard a woman call out to God, she was on her back.
Oh, perfect timing. Art of Will is ruthless, by the way. Actually, Art of Will, if you want to hop on for like a little spiel, you can let it out.
I do think we should wrap soon because it's coming up 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm fucking starving.
Oh, welcome to streaming. By the way,
I'm shrinking by the minute.
So
I could probably use it, like, to be fair, but
No, I think you have a great body.
you are perfect the way you are.
Yeah.
that's because I'm wearing black. You don't see the bulk rolls yet.
I moved in with my mom.
Oh,
I've gained weight.
please.
Like no one gives a shit.
Well, that's a better reason to gain weight than the reason I gain weight. So.
Oh, because you're bulking?
No, like there's a lot of like depression eating after like making bad decisions, which is why I have like 1,200 plus matches on Hinge. You know, like
now
these
we're getting somewhere.
these things. His Viagra is wearing off. I prefer Cialis.
So now
Got him
we're
there.
getting somewhere.
This is not
We're
a
gonna have to do
therapy.
a part 2 with this group. It's a good group.
It's not
Hell
a therapy.
I don't believe in therapy, by the way.
I actually don't either. I believe in a lot of things. I've tried everything. Therapy is the bottom of the barrel unless you have a good therapist that challenges your beliefs, and there's not many of them. But it's fuck me. What was I about to say?
Pornhub title, streaming, turn to fucking. Yeah, we're gonna take this stream to another site. Keep asking for it.
I always say
I don't want her to break her contract though.
that
so,
which I judge, I walk
Me?
through.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any contract to break.
Another reason you should.
You hear that, guys? You hear that?
No contract to break.
Something else will break.
Her back?
I didn't think it through.
Oh, you're welcome. Fuck. Oh shoot.
Is he trying to get on?
Oh yeah, you're gonna like this.
Oh no, I'm fucking starving.
It's okay. You're gonna like it.
What it do? How's it going?
There you go.
How's it going?
You're on stream. What do you have to
I
say?
am.
Close us out.
Well, close it out. One, I'm going to shout out to Pearly of Tarth because she reminds me of that big bitch from Game of Thrones. That's one thing. And
Black pillars are funny as fuck.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
I also notice, yeah, I guess I'm somewhat of a black pillar. I'm like a mix of red, black, and someone anointed me as a green pill.
Are you a rainbow pill? Are you part of the alphabet community?
Oh hell no! I'm not. not part
Wait,
of the Skittles.
He's Asian?
I don't. I'm mixed. Yeah.
No,
I
you're
do
blonde.
not.
Let me guess, Asian and white.
Yes.
Your mom is Asian, your dad's white.
That's correct. Yes. Yeah, I do not subscribe to the what do they call it? The rainbow community because they taste too much of they're like, you know, they roll like a bag of Skittles. They taste too much of the rainbow. And, you know, I can't rock with people who ride the Hershey Highway because I think too many of them are trying to dip their willies in Wonka's chocolate factory.
What the fuck is Hershey Highway? Is that anal?
That's the gay
Oh, wait. Oh my
What
God.
happened?
Holy shit.
I told you. What happened?
She said the Hershey Highway for the gay community because they do a lot of anal.
Oh.
That's fucked.
Exactly.
Wait, Zone is a rice noodle too.
And also be careful about Thailand. You know what they say about the women in Thailand, right?
The Thai girls are disgusting. So don't worry.
They're like a box of chocolates. You don't know which one has nuts.
I actually heard that when I went to
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know what's a not funny Asian joke?
Okay.
What are the two types of dogs that Chinese people
Aw.
have?
Oh wow. Okay. Damn. I don't even know this one.
It's either
You got him stumped.
it's either steamed or roasted.
Oh.
Damn. Ouch.
So glad I haven't heard that
Ouch, man, ouch. That hurts.
Have you
I love how the Art of Will has more compassion for animals than humans. I love this.
have you heard of the Chinese Godfather?
I'm guessing it has nothing to do with Mao, right? Or has something to do with Mao.
He made an offer that you can't understand. He made you an offer you can't understand. Wow. That's from The Sopranos, though, so gotta shout them out.
I gotta watch that again. I've missed.
What do you think of The Sopranos?
I really like it. Like, I watched it recently, and I watched that movie.
Uncle Guns ate
I watched The
dog.
Many Saints of Newark too. It was alright.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
And I watched The Godfather for the first time. I hadn't seen it, and it was really good.
Godfather's good too.
Yeah.
I had a little Tony Soprano phase recently. That's why I gained the weight. You know.
Oh my goodness. That's so
All right. Well, Art of Will, is that all you got?
Is that all I have? Well, I was gonna ask, how does by the way, loved you in Tokyo Drift. I knew you didn't die.
I went to Austin, Texas, and every white dude with a backwards hat was like, "You look like the dude from Tokyo Drift."
Hey man, rocket.
Do you want them to troll you?
Yeah.
Fucking masochist. When do you like it?
Wow.
Jesus.
We ain't doing nothing. Right?
Yeah.
You're not. Now, the one thing I will say that you do have for you, how do I pronounce your name?
Emma.
Is it Anna? The one thing you do have going for you, her. The one thing she has going for her right now is that she is not as old as the staff of Moses, the staff that Moses uses to part the Red Seas. That's the one thing she has going for her. But with those tattoos on you, give it about 20 years and you're going to look like the Berlin Wall.
You are so great. I don't know. Something about the way you say that is just so great.
She likes it.
I do. Because no one makes fun of me like as much as I'd like. Maybe I need to stream and this is fun.
This is self-deprecating. Okay.
Puff the Tragic's dragon flying overseas. She's riding the cock carousel in a pool of STDs. Okay.
This fit.
And this one is going to be a personal roast. So now these days there are a lot of female chameleons, right? And one of the things that I notice is that the one thing that I wouldn't say you can tell, but maybe you can, but it'll be too late, is that if you see a woman, even though she looks kept and everything, but if she wears Melanie King's Medusa wig, all right, just remember, even if you blindfold yourself, right, and you're about to smash her, just remember the third eye in her box is going to give you kidney stones.
Oh my God.
That flew completely over my head.
That made me want to throw up.
Well, right. Medusa, right? When Medusa stares at you, you turn into stone, right? Like Yes, and I said the third eye in her box.
I have a low IQ, so I don't understand all
okay.
I'll troll Emma. She's never had a sailor give her the Alabama handbag, the Mississippi suitcase, or the Louisiana pile driver.
And you can actually
put a hat on me and call me Jack Sparrow. Let's go.
Oh God.
Put a hat on me, call me Jack Sparrow. I'll give her my flesh arrow.
That was a good one. That's from
Step Brothers, Pearly, though. So I gotta credit everything I watch.
Step Brothers.
Hey, on something about the church. I want to bring something on the church. All right. So I'm actually looking to convert to Eastern Orthodox just because I feel like Catholicism has just been corrupted. Now, but it's not as bad as the Reformed Christianity. Here's the problem these days, what I notice, and I feel like there's just a bunch of buffoonery that goes on there. It's like, okay, say as a guy, you're married, right? Now you got to worry about a pookie pastor that wants to anoint your wife with his holy water.
What?
I get it. I get it.
She's a better Catholic than I am.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. My grandparents would die, like actually die, like leave this earth if they heard that joke.
Hey, I got something that's Eastern culture. Okay, let's go back to Melanie. All right, let's go back to Melanie King's wig. Okay, so I don't know in China if you have White Day or not. Do you guys have White Day in China?
Yeah,
Or that's only in Japan and Korea.
I'm not that Chinese, dude. I was born.
Okay.
An Asian profiling another Asian. This is great.
Okay, so just imagine Melanie King's wig. Okay, what it reminds me of is it reminds me of jjajangmyeon. So what that is those are black sauce noodles, and that's what her leg looks like. They are good. They are good. But you know what the story is about jjajangmyeon, right? Or at least in Korean culture. So as a woman, if you didn't receive a gift on White Day, you eat that. You eat jjajangmyeon because it's supposed to represent that. It's supposed to represent your loneliness, and that again, as I said, reminds me of her wig.
Sorry, my jewel fell somewhere. I have to find it after.
Hey, super chats, and she finds her jewel on camera. She has to like bend over and like find it and shit.
No. Oh my God. Dear God.
Right on.
Anyways, all right.
Well,
Thank
Yep,
you.
Thank you for having me on your show. Yep. Have a good night.
Real one as always.
all right. I say we start wrapping this up because my stomach is eating itself from the inside. I gotta get some fried dog. All right. So you guys can find Emma at
The Emma Rosie on everything.
It's down in the description. You can find both of them.
No. We have to repeat it
You're
because
right.
people have low IQ nowadays. At Steroids and Bubble Tea on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And fight the soy boys in the comments because it makes for good content. And
Minka died, so we're going by Anna now. Welcome back to Better Biatches, and it's been fun, and we're gonna do it again. Apparently, This is dope. Maybe we'll get some other porn star friends. Who the fuck knows?
in the flowers.
Yeah,
Oh,
Indica
Jesus.
flower.
Bye, guys.